Go, Matt.
Oh fuck, potato pie. Oh. You have a timing. You have a sense of timing. Every time I try to take a bite, you start the stream, Eric.
No, I'm sorry.
Thaddeus.
I think it was a good stream
I
intro.
hate it. Thaddeus, I hate it. Oh my god.
Okay, so welcome back for another session of the Star Wars-based D&D we've been running. Last session was a bit of tinkering, a bit of downtime with Sorsha and Chani trying to recover from the trauma and shock of Count and Joran dying and how they did so. Later on in the week of their downtime, they were introduced to 3 new members who, for various reasons, means or odds, were pairing up with the group to help with this organization that was coming to light. But after their various introductions, they're testing out their bonding time. Sato gave out a small local mission to try and get some basic teamwork out of the way, like to get a bit more general understanding how they all operated in the field, so you weren't going out to more dangerous one flesh out. He had you investigate a warehouse in one of the sectors of Coruscant that was coming off a bit odd to one of the sentinels that were on patrol, one of their sensors. But upon getting there and investigating, Sorsha and T-Lock getting an intense feeling of unease that kept going in. So they got there, you found the warehouse and decided to investigate. After a bit of looking around, you found 3 people in there. Gruten and 2 more boring than brick bodyguards. You all decided to enter, just Chani going invisible, everybody entering. And they seemed very cooperative and started talking until one of the Gruten mentioned that Sorsha was familiar from Cloud City, he thought. They mentioned maybe losing a few employees to her and her group. At which point, Chani ordered Billy and the rest to open fire. And we start initiative immediately, with Tenu going first, and you guys are looking around now realizing Tenu's just gone. He was here a moment ago, but he isn't there now. And that brings us to Nima. Nima, you're inside this warehouse. The Togruten maybe 15 feet in front of you because all of you had walked up to start talking to him, with his 2 bodyguards either side of him. Multitudes of shipping containers down and stacked in a variety of manners, with power equipment sitting around used to lift, set down, all that fun stuff. And Billy just opened fire with his rotary cannon and started blasting bolts at Gruten. What should you do? You would just heard Chani over the comms say open fire. I believe actually she said shoot, more specifically.
Fire.
Question.
Fire.
If they're within the 10-foot cube, I'll say, are they within 10 foot, or?
That first one just hit him from open fire to just say he's there, but yeah, they're all within a 10-foot cube.
I said either last time that they all went boom.
They did.
Holy fucking shit.
I'm gonna go for them.
I am just fucking tired enough.
So
if they're looking to the fire, I'm just going to fire.
On who?
Sonic shot at him. Yes.
at the Togruten,
Yes.
Isn't there?
roll to hit. He might not have noticed. Billy's a big imposing dude in front of everybody, who's just
Okay.
now shifting and they're moving to hit. So he
Right.
might not have noticed.
So it's a 19, which is a critical.
Alright, as you pull out your trigger, open fire, and it scores right through his chest as he goes to move, and it passes through and pings off the container behind him.
This is
And he
normal.
just looks down, looks back at you, and that was quite rude.
I'm sorry. I was told to fire. So I fired. Are you okay?
I'm sorry. You just don't apologize. You just go look a little confused. He's like, obviously I'm quite fine. You just shot me in the chest, but no biggie there.
He has a
Pretty
forced
close.
aura, right?
He does. It was yellow.
I know what color it was. Just making sure I was right on that.
Nothing else?
Nothing else.
Any movement? Anything of the like? Just gonna stand out in the open?
How far am I from him?
About
Currently.
15 feet, probably.
I'm gonna move.
Everybody said they were giving Billy some space, so I put you guys at a bit of a gap.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back some distance.
How far?
Uh,
I think you got 25 feet as what you have.
I have full 30 as far as I'm aware.
Okay, either way. How far back?
Just like 15 feet. Even it out to
15
30.
feet back, so you're about 30 feet away from him?
Yeah.
Can do.
And
That
now
brings
we
us... Alright, that brings us down to Billy.
Have any of you ever heard the Queen Live Aid concert?
Yeah.
Because all I have in my head at the moment is when Freddie Mercury's just going, beat up, boop, boop, beat up, beat over the mic.
Okay.
And, I will like that everyone in that 10-foot cube to make 3 dexterity saving throws. Two are 14, as I'm using the bonus action thing.
And one is 8.
And 1 is 19. Or yeah, 18.
Not this one.
Alright, we'll start with boring guard on the left.
Yeah, I'm not raging yet, so. Actually, no,
Okay.
no. Scratch that. I'll rage and make it 2 18s.
Okay,
At disadvantage.
because reckless attack, correct?
Yes, reckless attack on the rotary cannon.
Such a weird ability, but that's fine. So, Mook number 2. Mook number 1 rolled. No!
Come on,
And no!
disadvantage. Come on,
I know, that's what I'm saying.
disadvantage.
He failed those 2. Mook number 2 failed. And failed.
Thank you, Freddie Mercury.
And then, obviously, as with before, the Tagrootin in the middle, they just tear through him, doing nothing obvious. Roll your damage. Remember, your rage damage could only apply once in the burst cube.
Yes. They will apply to target number 1 then.
Both times?
Both times.
Okay.
Alright. Attack number 1. Let's see.
They're literally listed as boring guards in my initiative.
Hey, it's some mooks over here. Let's see, attack 1 is 15? No, 16, because it's plus 1. Yeah.
16? Is that with
Yep.
your rage damage?
Nope. Plus 2 to
Okay,
the
so
rage.
18 to him,
Well,
and 16 to the other.
Yep. And the second one, that is 2 6s, so that'd be a 18, and then 20 and 18.
So that hurt. 1, 2, 4. These guys watch as Billy just churns. You hear the whirs start up, and then just as it starts opening up with a lot of laser bolts, and it just starts tearing into the 2 mooks on either side of him. Very obviously hurt and bloodied by this opening barrage.
And do I have anything else? No, everything else requires action, so, yeah, no, I'm good.
Alright. That brings it to the Tagrootin, who's just gonna look around at all of you, mildly disappointed. I was hoping we could come to an arrangement of some sorts, but it seems this is not going to be the case today.
I'm sorry, Matt, there's no longer any camp here.
No. Just everybody opening fire. But perhaps, seeing as you've already more or less killed the guards, we shall see how you feel after you've done with it. And then it'll go on to Chani, as he proceeds to stand there.
Okay. Mortimer, last I checked, was over on the circuit box surrounding the building. Or that kind of controls various things on the building.
One of the ceilings near a wall.
Okay, he's going to begin splicing into that thing to see if there's like I don't want to hit the fire control button, only to be it secretly an activate bomb button.
You want to check and make sure there's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah, splice into that, make sure it's not like a dummy switch anywhere.
You've already spliced in, so I'll say this is an investigation check, but that would be your action.
That would be my action, not his.
Well, remember, Mortimer's like a tracker droid. They're kind of limited on what they can do on their own. You're trying to check for a dummy system setup.
Okay, so he'll just sit there. Johnny has things that
It
she has to...
is the equivalent of a familiar, so they are limited in the actions they can do with program.
That's right. But in that case,
It's the price of a tiny stealthy thing.
Yeah, I'm currently invisible.
Yep.
So I also know that they don't really care about that. I'm hedging my bet
one of them does.
over microphone to the party. I'm hedging my bets that they're not really here and this entire place is probably rigged to blow, knowing what we know about them. Be careful. Be ready to escape. And she's going to continue back toward the office area. I don't know how far away it is.
It's a decent-sized warehouse. They started walking forward to meet you.
Johnny was off to the side.
You were off to the side, but they still were coming to meet you in a number of things, so... big warehouse. I'd probably say it's a good 100 feet off this giant warehouse, big warehouse.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything better to do than make it 90 feet toward that door.
Okay, 90 feet towards the door.
That's not at all the same thing.
T-Lock, you're up.
God damn it, I didn't think I was until later.
I will say, as he's talking, that yellow is starting to change and the red starting to slowly seep in, as if an effect is in.
How far away is he from me?
About 15 feet.
And the mooks?
Mooks are on either side of him, just slightly back, so about 20.
Okay. Let me look up what the spell does.
Sorsha, you'll be the next player up, so think about what you'll be doing.
Hey Matt, question.
Yeah.
So for the critical extension range, if I do burst fire, does it do the opposite to where if they roll a 3 or lower?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be rough on the shotgun.
Oh, yeah. Because that is a painful one.
I'm trying to remember which one is the one that just says you're not allowed to have force abilities.
Wait. Fun note. You've walked in a bit farther, as you're thinking. In some of these shipping containers are very large signatures of something living.
Me?
Yeah. Because you have 120 foot through walls and shit.
No, I have 30 foot blind side. I have
Force.
120 foot force side. Oh.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The Force can detect life. Within some of the shipping containers back towards the back, there are signs of large life form.
Oh. Oh. What in the fuck is the one... I don't know. Fuck it. I want to be on top of a container.
Clam right on the
Okay,
clam.
you could easily get to a container. Probably about 30 feet off the side. You get up on top of one. It's a standard shipping container, maybe between like, we'll say 15 feet tall because rounding is weird in D&D.
Is that everything I can do?
Moving over to it, it'd probably take you a dash to jump. Well, actually, jumping, moving. Make an athletics check. We'll see how that goes for you. How's that?
I don't have my dice. Why do I not have my dice? I'm playing D&D. What the fuck is
And you
wrong
knew
with
we were starting in combat. Yeah, make an athletics check. We'll go from there to see how much of it consumes. Because you might make it up when you're standard, but you might have to dash.
I do have dice. You love me today. That's an 18 on the die.
Okay.
So 18.
Standard move, you should be able to make it.
Alright, then I will... It doesn't cost anything to do that. Are they within range of the saber throw, the mooks?
Yeah,
So-
because you're still about maybe only the equivalent of like 30-ish feet off from them still. 30-ish to 40-ish feet off. Because you move forward a little bit to get to the container.
Ranged force attack. I hit. And
We'll go with
then
40.
I can hit both of them technically.
Yep.
Uh, 18 on the die. For how much damage is this? Taking
Only a D8.
Yeah.
Take that.
But it boomerangs between them.
Yeah.
You
but-
have to make a
Captain
separate
America.
attack for each one.
Yeah. But it
Okay.
also will do the extra D6 because it's the Shoto Saber with the necrotic crystal.
Yep, it'll do, because you're throwing the saber at it, it'll do those.
So the first one will take.
Mook 1?
Yeah.
We'll just keep it simple there. How much is he?
14.
Alright, as you throw the saber, it goes...
Oh, sorry. Sorry. 9. But I don't add my modifier to that.
As you throw it, it goes... It cuts through. And
then
top head hits, and it just bounces level to go at the next guy.
24
roll
to
to
hit
hit.
the next one.
Hits him.
You don't even get like your spell attack modifier or anything?
Nope.
No.
Really?
Nope.
That's fucked.
No,
Yeah.
no, they made saber throw pretty trash.
Saber throw is trash. Improved saber throw is amazing, but it's a second level spell. Saber throw is a cantrip.
But
Yeah.
why flat
yeah.
die roll do?
Don't ask me.
Hey, Eric, it doesn't go up in dice. It goes up in number of people it can hit.
And
Unless you're
only
right.
every. Anyway, it's 10 total damage for the next one.
He, like, seeing what had happened to his buddy there and getting some warning, he leans out of the way and still leaves a heavy gash carving through part of his shoulder. Like, leaving him clutching it like that as he, like, has his weaponry there trying to get it at the ready.
Please try and run from me.
That's my action, my movement, my bonus action. I'll leave that for now.
Okay. Into your turn?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the fucking thing that does the thing that I want the thing to do, but I can't find the thing. But go to the next person.
So, popping out as he's like rearing back from this saber that just carved through it, a number of blaster bolts that have pierced through his armor. Kind of coughing a little bit of blood, honestly, just from the damage happening. The second mook that was standing there reaches down and like pulls around a heavier looking rifle, and is just gonna like take aim at Billy and fire. He has advantage because you reckless attacked.
Yes. How far away is he?
Technically he's 10, because they were like a square behind the guy, kind of like flanking.
Okay. 19 to hit.
That's a plus what? Plus 6 to hit, plus 13. Yeah, that's 19 on the dot. And then he's gonna take a second shot at you because, well, you proved to be the scarier of the two that have attacked so far. 14 plus 6 is 20. So 2 hits against you.
Can you hear the Freddie Mercury?
He's about to. I need a D10. And you take... No, you take 13 on the first one and 11 on the second one as he just levels this blaster rifle. 2 shots
So
quick at
reduced
you.
to
They just...
7
Yeah,
and 5.
Yep, your rage will reduce from to 7-5 and just... Well, no, 13 down would be 6. And 11.
Yeah. So 11 total.
And they hit your armor, but they just kind of fizzle off. Not hardly leaving a mark. That brings it to Sorsha.
Sorsha's gonna run after Chani.
He's only stumbled. I'll say the guard stumbled back like an extra, like maybe 10 feet. He's not moving his full movement just because of he's wounded and heavily bleeding.
I am
And you're gonna
admittedly
take off after
invisible,
Chani?
but they probably knew that I was heading to the back.
Sadly,
Sorsha runs towards Chani, where she thinks Chani is.
Towards the back.
All right, start running towards the back. You're a
Yeah.
little bit farther because Chani was ahead of everybody. So full dash action for you, you'd still probably be about, we'll say 30 feet off where Chani's only.
D8.
No,
D4,
40 feet off where
D5.
Chani's only.
And she's just gonna say, Chani, wait! Wait!
What?
I'm coming with you!
Just you're quite organized, all of you. Very, A+ for effort here, it seems.
You don't have to be rude about it.
You just shot at him.
I didn't do anything!
You're rude.
Good for them.
Listen, he'll know when she
And that's the end
stabs
of
him.
Sorsha's- That's the group's. That's Sorsha's whole turn. We're back around to Nima.
Nima.
Is Nima anemic?
he might be. Probably not, though. He likes to take calm.
Doesn't really matter anymore. Much longer, probably.
Probably not. He likes to take calm.
I didn't take time. Where's everyone compared to me?
All right, so T-Lock just took off sprinting the shirtless monkish man. Or do you have your vest on still?
Motherfucker better be wearing that goddamn vest.
Don't do it. Don't cave in.
Wait, what? What about my vest?
Do you have that vest on still? I just called you shirtless, and I remembered you grabbed a vest.
Yeah, no, it's not on. This is combat.
Shirtless
It came
man.
off for combat.
Jumped. Mid-step was running towards a shipping container off to the side a little bit, probably to your left. As he's running, just throwing this vest off, letting it flat behind him, and just leaping up one hand, hauling himself onto it.
He'll tie it
Sorsha
to
just-
his back.
Do you just have a Do you have a Drax
got-
problem?
You're in combat, man. You're in combat, man. You got a limited time to do things here.
Oh yeah, of course.
Plus, you can usually get it afterwards.
Yeah.
You watch Sorsha just take off, bolting ahead of you. Billy's just ahead of you, still about 30 feet.
I mean,
And
good, the
then
droid
that's
has
everybody
to
you
be
can see.
Expendable. I'm not.
As a guard is only about 40 away because he stumbled. Well, 45 because he stumbled back.
You did get my message saying that he's probably not really there because, you know, shooting through him. Also, that it's very likely things are set to explode.
I see. The guards are clearly there. The guards have been going down. So
There's one left, but he's looking pretty fucked up.
I'll just take a normal shot at him.
All right, roll to hit.
Fuck it, kill him all.
Not
Pew,
trying
pew,
to kill
pew.
him. I'm trying to disable him.
Okay, non-lethal shot. Roll to hit.
No, yes. 19. Critical.
Do you wanna? You're an engineer. Do you have like the
Okay,
shot cantrips?
So
I do.
you grab your pistol and just like real quick, you've
I forgot about that.
finagled with the settings enough. You like crank the power down real quick as you're pulling it out and getting it ready because you don't want to kill him. You're going for non-lethal. Aim and just glances right across the temple. The man hits the ground unconscious. And we'll say initiative is over for the moment because all the combatants are effectively down.
I'm gonna go. Well, first off, since I can still see Chani, is she within the range of the message cantrip? Which I think is about
Yeah.
120 feet.
Just
I'm gonna
barely.
send-
We'll say
I'm
just
gonna-
barely. You can move forward if not.
I'm gonna message Chani saying there are large creature life signs in the crates at the back.
They're not just at the back; it's just more towards the back of the room.
Yeah, they're more towards the back is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hop down and go right up over to Gruden.
Life signs. Does that mean that is there any? You said you sensed force things, but from the outside, is that person who decided to talk and tell where things were actually here at all? Is the reply?
His presence is at the minimum.
You get a thumbs up as he jumps down.
Now I'm confused. But Chani's still thinking, okay, this place is probably rigged to blow. She's heading to the back.
I'm going right up to the Gruden, man.
He's gonna churn real quick and says, "Are you sure you two don't wish to join the chat? It could be quite enlightening, I do believe."
I'm going through the door.
All right, hitting the door, opening it, opening it up.
Yeah.
It's a very underused office scene that you're entering right now. Like, it's obvious that it has been, but it's not often because you can see dust on layers and some stuff.
Well, Mortimer.
A couple of different desks here.
Well, you said Mortimer had some idea that somebody went in here, so if there's no one inside, she's going to start looking around for some sort of access way.
Yeah, Mortimer saw one of the bodyguards leave and walk over there. Like, he saw the tail end of one of the bodyguards walking in, who had walked back to the time you guys had decided your plan and the like.
Okay.
Because during that time, the guy only had one of his guards with him.
Mortimer's got bug eyes, okay? He does what he can.
Yeah.
She's still looking for some sort of either better control area and or access way, because shit's wrong here.
As you're thinking about this, Source should bust through, of course. Not far behind you, but make an investigation check as you're looking around the room.
Starsha, help me look around. I feel like there's something in here.
Sorsha helps.
Alright, I guess it's advantage.
I don't know if you're better at investigating than I am, but probably not. I have a +9. 24.
24, alright. And you're just looking for like a better access port to the building, basically.
Either
right?
some sort of additional control module to where it looks like something's funky, like the purpose for what's in here, assuming that there's some greater purpose. Like if this is the broom closet that is the access way to the evil lair, where's the picture frame with the hidden button? Kind of situation.
It'll take you a few minutes because there are 2 floors here, like I said. They're like double stacked up, whereas the warehouse is the full stretch up if this is just a side attachment of the same building. So it will take some time to search through this while they are talking.
And Sorsha's helping while also keeping watch to make sure that
Yep.
we don't, get grabbed by a giant spider and carried into the vents.
Absolutely.
So we'll jump back to you after a few minutes have passed with what you found. But for the rest of you back out there, the Scrutin male will just turn back to look at the rest of you and go, "Shall we have a civil conversation then?"
That's why I'm down here, is it not?
So long
Yes,
as I'm
you
not
are.
told to shoot again.
Well, as you see, shooting would be quite pointless at this point, I think has been proven.
I'm gonna give him
Orders are
sideways,
orders.
like not evil or malintent sideways glances, but inquisitive
It's-
sideways glances.
I would say, as you're sitting here talking to him, it will just like that red tinge just sleeping in just a bit more around the edges.
Did you toss a fucking ghost at us or something?
No.
What the fuck? What is this?
You're leaking, as I give him inquisitive glances.
I don't believe leaking is the term. It does not apply here as you think it does, but I appreciate your concern. That's more than I've been shown from the rest of at least this robotic chap in front of me.
I call it leaking because your true nature's leaking through above the face or facade, I guess is the right word. You know, words escape me sometimes.
Yeah, I actually gave you a bit of a look. Interesting. But I suppose those of you are kind of fairly perceptive to things of nature like that. What if you two?
Calm or
You
ominous?
seem to be...
I'm sorry.
Huh?
Calm or ominous? I'm sorry.
Ominous.
Gotcha. This one.
What of you two? What are your plans here? To the robotic chap in, I believe you're a Ren or a Rune. I can't ever quite get it right. I can't be bothered, to be honest.
Well, that's kind
I'm
of
just here following orders.
I'm just following. No, I can say I'm doing the same. Following orders.
Following orders, following orders. Are you thinking?
This is the training exercise for me.
Sir, you do understand I am a droid, right?
I understand, but I've also met quite a few robotic fellows who seem oddly personable.
Well, there's all sorts of personalities and interests in. Oh, the word's escaping me, but
Intrinsic.
yeah, something like that. But there's all kinds of personalities and types, but there's still hard coding that we cannot disobey when given. Now, there may be liberations of that code, but I am not free of that.
You do beg a question with your interesting style. Would there perhaps be more of you running around? With that sense, at least. So everybody just watches him pull the trigger again, and the guy doesn't even flinch or react. Just doesn't flinch or react immediately. Just pauses at that, and then looks down, then looks back up. It's like, really, it's quite pointless to continue firing. It doesn't. I understand you have your orders, but whoever's telling you to fire.
I was gonna say, yeah, I understand myself that the bullets are going through you, but if I get an order, I just kind of do it. So they can just sit there and say fire all they like. It's just gonna it's more rude than anything. It's just gonna interrupt our conversation here.
Exactly, very rude. It's just ungentlemanly like to do so. That's how I was hoping you could hear me. That it's just quite pointless if you can't tell.
What's back there?
Back
And he'll
where?
point-
You have to be a bit more.
Well, he'll point to the life signs.
Oh, those are shipping containers. I do understand that with your unique genetic ancestry, it makes it a bit hard to see such a.
Very funny. What's in them? I can tell there's life
Oh.
signs.
A variety of things. Most of which I do believe should be a surprise, but I seem to have forgotten that part. You guys are very good at that. You've ruined part of it already.
He just gives the really exaggerated and over the top fucking arms all the way in the air kind of shrug motion.
Fair enough. But no, before I was so rudely interrupted at the start, I was hoping to come to an agreement of yours. You see, you opened fire on my men quite easily, which, fair, I can't say much, they were becoming quite the bore. But for you, I was hoping to make a offer of a sorts. An
I
agreement
know we're
we
here
could
for a
work
bomber,
upon.
right?
Not necessarily a bomber, it was just an odd reading around the warehouse.
Okay.
Johnny's the only one that said anything about a bomb.
Yeah. And even then, Johnny hasn't explicitly said much besides, hey, guys, be warned, this place might be wired.
Well, she's talked
Yeah.
about it before we left. Like, we're being targeted by...
Yeah, but you talked about it, but you've mentioned only for this place in particular. It's hard to connect one random guy to, hey, this place might be bombed. This from it might be wired to, this is the man doing it. Although, I suppose, at least Nemo would be able to, probably. I was also hoping to hire your little friend over there, wherever he managed to sneak off to. He got in quite a bit of a pickle with our group, but he seems to have fled before I could hire his services.
Is this a force ability?
What
What?
I'm doing presently.
Yes.
Oh,
Because you're here in the Force, but you're not here. Physically.
should leave that up to your imagination as following the gentleman's code. Show, not tell.
Well,
I thought that was magicians.
I think you'll quite often find them one and the same sometimes.
hmm.
But I'm surprised you know quite. I do applaud. This isn't an insult. I'm just surprised. Generally, as you said, droids are very linear in thinking.
I'm a bit older than I look.
Just gonna look up and down your apparel and quite.
Listen, when a 6.5 foot tall droid approaches you and asks chaps.
You don't say shit. I do wish your two compatriots back there snooping around would come talk. They're not going to find much interesting back there, I don't think.
I want to cast Force Suppression just on him.
What is force
Yeah.
suppression?
If there is a Force ability on him, it ends. If it's a third level or lower, if it's
it's counterspell. It's a dispel magic.
Yeah.
it's Dispel Magic.
I
have to
need
roll.
to check something. Hold on just a moment.
And then they
I mean,
disappear.
Technically, you're targeting like the area it's on, but not the person casting it. So that's.
Well, it's gonna be
Well,
the
no, no, no.
projection one way or the other.
Yeah, it's not. This one isn't for just specific things. It's a Force ability, a Force thing. It's anything
Yeah.
that you think is the Force. Could be person, object, area, something. But I have a theory, and I want to test it.
As you're casting that, well, personally, I'm more invested in what's going on right here than whatever they're doing.
Okay. And force. This is an odd interaction of ruling that I haven't actually seen pop up and stuff.
If it's a projection and it's dispelled, it would fall under the effect of dispel whatever.
Yeah, I understand that, but the problem of some things is its source isn't where he's targeting. That's why I'm checking.
No, but that's where the effect is.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the source is continually would be
but
fueling.
Force
I get that. I'm
effect-
gonna check something real quick. What
The
is force disruption, right?
No, it's Force Suppression. It's choose one creature,
Suppression.
object, or Force effect within range. Any Force power of 3rd level or lower ends. For anything above 4th level or higher on the target, I have to make a check.
Okay, make a wisdom or charisma check.
And it's plus my...
Just your wisdom, raw wisdom or charisma bonus.
Plus your
Not
casting
your spell
modifier.
bonus. Yeah.
plus 5 for me. So on both.
Yep.
I'm
Cool.
gonna make this wisdom.
I would say the same either way, so it doesn't.
Yeah. That's a 19 total.
Well, even if
So
they're
as
the
you're
best.
saying that, so Billy, as you're saying that, he flickers out of existence as he was opening his mouth to reply.
Ah, I knew it! Oh,
You knew what? It was a force
And a brief
effect.
moment passes,
Yes.
and then he flickers back into an existence.
apologies. I had to figure out for myself that I was right. Thank you.
I
You couldn't figure
suppose
that
that's
out when
fair. I
shot
did
him
say
in the group.
figure it out on your own. At least you're showing some initiative in thinking finally. But seriously, do consider this, and we don't have to be enemies. You are insisting an organization that has pushed down a great many of us.
May or
Do you-
may not have been involved there.
Do you work for the same organization that's beating down my people?
Hmm.
Because if so,
You're
the
from
answer is
Dathomir,
no.
correct?
I mean, as he just gestures at his attire and tattoos and everything else.
Yes, I do not want to
Yes.
assume. Great, I've met a few who take offense to me assuming after they've left. Something with a matriarchal society. They did not agree with them, but I digress. Harassing your people, I don't believe I've personally had a hand in harassing any of your people. I've had maybe a nudge and a handful down there looking around, but nothing
I didn't say
violent
you.
or harass.
I didn't say you.
For the rest
I
of
said
my
the group.
I was working my way there. For the rest of the organization, I can't always answer because I'm not the only one with any kind of control.
And can we get a name for this organization?
All in due time, my good friend, but today is not that day.
Didn't I hear something about you already your group already naming it, droid?
Well, that's our name.
That's a good
But
enough name,
if
is
they-
it not?
I mean, but if they're
Yes,
calling themselves, something, and we hear it and we don't know it, well, then it's just another name that doesn't make any sense to us.
Well, they're not going to tell, as secretive and bitchy as they are, they're not going to tell us their name, because then we can look them up.
You'd be
It's- oh, no.
surprised.
Annoying
You will
they are.
get the name all in due time, but today is not the day for it.
Yeah, see, he'll give it to us eventually. You'd be surprised what a lot of these force types like to divulge. A lot of them like to have conversation when you're not shooting them, but, well,
Quite, I prefer talking more often than not. Makes things much easier.
Hmm. Is that red seeping in a lot more now?
Oh yeah.
so,
It's about a quarter of a way from the outside in.
Yeah. Yeah.
so, anything else for us?
Well, I was hoping to dissuade all of you from continuing this and maybe working for me, but if this is how we should go, I guess I might have to set off one of my surprises a bit earlier, unless any of you are interested. You back there, I shall say beforehand. Nima, I believe. From your, as he's looking down at his data pad. What do you have to say on this? Any interest? I'm more open-minded than much more of my compatriots. I see the use in those who have practical skills with technology and the like.
Well, if you aren't willing to tell us the name of your organization, we don't know what you've been up to. So, why would I join an organization I don't know what's doing? Or work
Mystery,
for?
adventure, more to see. Getting out from underneath the thumb of an organization pushing down on those who wish to expand upon their abilities. To see what they can do.
I'm expanding upon my abilities just fine.
Quite
And
so,
they
but
give
what happens when you step out of the line with what the Sentinels offer you?
They don't control me.
They do as long as you're on Coruscant, and as long as your clans are weakened. Make no mistake, they have control over you.
And who was it who weakened my clans to begin with?
Not I.
Your group, recently.
No, my group has not been pertained, particularly in the weakening of your clans. It's easy to see a color and label and paint them all under the same brush, but do remember there are others out there with their own agendas.
Anyone with that much red can't be all that good.
Whenever did I
Hey.
say I was a good chap, though?
Hey, question. You said he was a green to Gruden, right?
Yeah.
I know your eyes don't work and all, but he's not red, he's green.
I see differently than you, droid.
That's why I made the statement about your eyes.
Oh.
I'm also seeing a green. So, where does
Yep.
the red come again?
Force
Also-
sight. You wouldn't know it if you didn't have the force.
That is a fair point. Also, you're asking a droid about joining. That's kind of just a program overhaul. I don't really control that.
Well, if you showed any interest, we could arrange a few things.
Yeah,
I
that doesn't sound
understand that I'm
obvious.
just sent out to shoot people with force-like abilities a lot, right?
Well, have fun. I'm gonna go figure out what
Unfortunately.
these are, and I'm gonna leave.
Also, they like to give me big things like this, and these are fun. They make satisfying noises.
I'm gonna
Wait a
Quite. I shall. Well, I'm going to go talk with the other two and hopefully have a bit more luck with them.
You ever
I'm gonna go
wonder
over
how
to
a
the-
droid
Good luck.
feels satisfaction?
I
sure
admit to
they'll
be
do.
quite curious, but I do have a schedule to keep, unfortunately.
Have
Maybe
fun.
next time we can continue this conversation there. I take it your name. I haven't quite made it through the files to see yours.
Ah, yes. I am designate B1-LI. Most just call me Billy.
Billy, I shall remember. I would offer to shake your hand as any gentleman should, but you understand I can't quite do that now.
Yep.
Although I do ask all of you wishing to wander off to come and have a chat with the other two before we immerse in the investigations, figuring out what my surprises are. After all, I think I have been quite polite and patient with all of you. Would it not be fair to do the same?
I'm gonna look at the containers that have the creatures in it.
Sir, I
I-
physically cannot stop you at this moment, so
I was just merely asking if you would avoid the search until we could at least have a pleasant conversation with the others.
I mean, I can wait.
I don't see why not.
Oh, I do thank you for that. Well, maybe you could convince your compatriot there. But
He
Would you
is
do
of
for the
his
moment?
own will.
he is. Before you get too far there, could I get your name as well? You intrigue me. Not very many have managed to disrupt my control on this.
Me?
Yeah. I might have
You'll
cut me off.
figure it out.
I suppose I must. But I bid you adieu. And he starts to walk back towards the other rooms. Meanwhile, you guys have been investigating and looking out. Nothing has popped out and tried to ambush you yet. So there's that.
No documentation, nothing to give us any kind of a lead as to where things are actually coming from, or where
I
these
was
people are.
getting there.
Okay.
I was just saying you hadn't been ambushed.
No vent spiders yet. Okay.
Man, they order
So-
a lot of fast food.
Gremlins, no hybrids.
Looking around, you got a 24, correct?
I think it's been a minute.
Yep. That sounds right. I have a 24 written on my page for some reason. I'm going to assume it's that.
Cool.
Looking around, digging around, a bit of sources help, getting into the computers, activating. They're locked, but they're not to the point where it's even going to be a roll required for you. If you couldn't get through these, you'd be a very sad splicer indeed. And for the most part, it seems on the up and up. Like, it's talking about different areas it's shipping from. Like, you have a number of things coming from Bespin. Quite a few, actually, from Bespin. Some from Manon, a couple from Dethori? I'm trying to say its name right.
Pulling up its cargo manifest
How do you
and
pronounce the name of your homeworld for your James?
Dathomir. You just said it a minute
Dathomir.
ago.
Dathomir. I know, but I forgot for a second. I'm sorry. I have a lot of strange names.
pulling up the cargo manifest from what I'm getting in here and the one that Mortimer was able to spy whenever he hovered over the shoulder. Does anything like not match?
Okay,
Just in
so what you were
case.
hovering over the shoulder to look at wasn't necessarily an extensive list. It was more of, is this box here? And if it was, he marked it off. And in here, you get a more in-detailed one, but you will start to see like matching box numbers with some quick glances over.
Okay.
But this gives you a more heavy list of what might be in it.
Just in case, because you would know this, Cloud City's on Bespin.
I know. I flew there.
I know.
After a couple of minutes of ransacking up and down, though, most of what you find is that this doesn't seem to have any hidden buttons, bookshelves that you can open up, trapdoors underneath a desk.
No scary green button underneath the desk that just says boom.
No.
Okay.
You find a note that says "boo" when you open up a thing, and you have a brief heart palpitation before you realize there's no M.
Okay.
Well, a few minutes of searching this and walking through the doors, you guys are probably coming back downstairs from searching, is this group. He doesn't even have the courtesy of opening the door. He walks through the door.
Starsha, you getting anything? Says Johnny, holding up a hand. Now that she knows that they can see her anyway, she's dropped invisibility so she can more thoroughly investigate with Zorsha.
Zorsha's going to stand between the guy and Chani. I'm not muted.
There you're not. Matt's,
Yeah.
however, has glitched.
You're gone.
Yeah.
I'd say first one of the night, but I did it earlier while people were talking.
That one didn't count. It has to get noticed to count.
I know this because I couldn't hear what the fuck was going on.
I noticed because I just didn't say anything.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I didn't
Now you're
even
back.
notice.
I hate it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Why did everybody just say beep boop boop boop?
Dupree, I don't know.
Anyways,
because I
he walked.
robot.
Okay. He walked through the door. Sorshi, you were about to say something.
I'm gonna stand between him and Johnny.
Alright, interpose yourself.
That won't do too much.
Well, you guys aren't there.
We're walking behind him, or at least.
Can
Billy is.
Sorsha roll an intimidation?
Oh, is Billy coming in too?
Yeah, might as well. He has to follow.
Okay.
Fuck it.
As he walks through, Billy walks in too. You want to roll intimidation? How do you
Yeah.
want to intimidate them?
Stink eye.
Sorsha's gonna like stand up straight. She's gonna like glare at him,
The
and
stink
she's
eye.
just gonna like.
In this particular instance, I want you to roll with disadvantage because you know he's not there. And it's really hard to intimidate something that's
I don't
not
know
there.
he's not there.
You were there for count shooting through.
I also told everybody.
Yeah.
Bold of you to assume I pay attention.
To me?
I'm sorry.
You know what she's about.
Oh my god.
That's why I think I get through.
No.
No.
I actually got a 21.
He'll give you a brief moment of surprise. He's looking at. He's like, "Well, I was going to start my introductions, but
Duh.
be careful with your aptitude there. You seemed very much different from what we were led to believe."
Yeah.
Huh?
Dark side.
Alright, you're not here. This place is still in one piece. What do you want?
Well, before I was so very rudely interrupted by a multitude of firings and force abilities, I was hoping to have a chat.
Well, when the last
After
time
all,
we
you all
crossed your
did-
path, you were trying to send Bespin and everyone on into a fiery ruin into the planet below. I'm not
Well, I've
exactly
never
going to give you the
crossed
benefit of
paths
the doubt.
with you. But I've never crossed paths with you, otherwise... Well, quite frankly, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation anymore.
Not-
I offer one chance of talking, I don't tend to offer many. Unless I get bored, then I tend to drabble on a bit. But where are my manners? The two of you at minimum have earned the respect of this. You hold out a head, I am Kanazon.
Sorsha, he's not there.
And then he'll realize what he did. I apologize for my fuck pow there. And he'll put it back behind and cross his hand.
Sorsha's just gonna look at Chani. Do we talk? What is going on?
Well, if I had to guess, I'd say that they're here to either try to convince us to do something on their end and or gloat like an asshole like that one guy does. So unless it's something else, you're wasting everyone's time.
We don't like our time wasted. Our time is valuable.
I understand, I quite do. I have a tight schedule, I must keep most days. Time is valuable, however I believe this might be worth the effort.
For who?
Myself, of course. Maybe yourselves, depending on how it goes.
State your case.
You all cost me quite heavily on Bespin.
I don't know.
I
what you're
wasn't
talking
astounded that the bombs were stopped. I was expecting them to be stopped. However, you did cost me 3 very good subordinates.
about. I don't know what you're talking about.
I believe you do. You had quite the chat with... Well, not with them. You've... Ages, he did come back with a good few bit of info. Good bit of information from talking with all of you.
I don't know you. I don't know who that is.
Make a deception check at disadvantage.
Is it deception if they already know?
I'm gonna give her a shot, but because it might be might seem genuinely confused and not knowing. Some people are really good liars.
I got 28.
Disadvantage?
I'm a very good liar. Yeah, that's on disadvantage. I got a 19 and a 16, and my deception's 12.
Well, I must revise my opinion then, as I know she was present, but she seems not to wear. I shall speak to you probably a bit more then.
Did you hit your head, Sorsha?
Well,
Yes.
given the battle that went ensued, she might have gotten quite the concussion.
We'll
Literally unharmed. No one even targeted her.
we'll check you out.
Yeah, I know, but he doesn't.
Sorsha's just thinking that you guys told her not to talk about it, that we didn't do it, so she legit convinced herself that you guys didn't do it.
Well, there's
She's
nothing
so
wrong
good
with
at lying,
Bespin.
She lied to herself.
I see.
Anyway. There's the very standard measure of taking your due payment of coming in, taking your pound of flesh, execution, all this. I find it dreary and overused. I do rather like to offer a chance to make it up instead, where we could part peacefully.
You know we're already working for this other group because we have a blood debt to them, right?
We don't.
I'm quite aware of the legal debt you have to them.
I literally do not have blood.
That is also something we could take care of if you agreed to maybe do a second job. Or, of course, if you
I am
joined us, we would
I am
fall prove it
morbidly
in depth.
intrigued.
Ow.
He seems thrown off for a minute of blood debts and morbidly intrigued before going back to it of
State
we
your
can
case.
take care of those under our name, under our banner, if they prove themselves worthy of the time and effort. And you have all proved more than worthy, as you have become a bit of a thorn, if I'm going to be honest.
Sorsha's going to like whisper to Chani. They're the bad guys.
I know, and I've asked him to state his case like 3 times, and we're still in the grandstanding part of the conversation.
People these days just don't have any respect for a bit of theatrics, but that is okay. I will be a bit more forward. Have somebody contained in. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just I want to fucking scream from from downstairs. Fuck theater! Just because I watched a fucking thing recently that says that. But no, I don't hear the conversation. I'm sorry.
I miscount.
I am also sorry for that.
But to my case for you, it's quite simple, really. I have an associate, we shall call him, who is. They. I shall call them they. They don't like him very much. Contained in a hut space against his will, I would quite like being free.
Mm-hmm.
So you want us to run a rescue op for one of your guys because...
And all due fairness, because you've killed a good few of my men, disrupted my organization, and I'm trying to find a more peaceful solution than simply butchering all of you and presenting it to the Sentinels.
Because you're relying on the idea that we fear you and will do what you say because of it.
Well, you might not fear me, but you do seem to have a bit of a... how do we call them? Morals.
So, better question. What horrendous tragedy are you going to attempt to perform that us doing this is supposed to prevent?
It's a surprise. I like to keep people guessing a little bit. What fun would it be if I just told you?
Hey, what are in these crates?
Because otherwise I have no reason to believe that you're saying anything other than empty words.
I suppose we're a bit of an impasse then, if you don't wish to believe any of it. I'll offer you a choice then. And we'll hold... Okay. He will hold out both of his hands. If you do not wish to work, if you wish to make a deal, we can stop. But unless then, left or right. And he'll just hold out 2 palms face up.
Ooh, scary man.
Scary man that apparently feels like he has too much power. Sorsha, do you want to give him a choice or just let the asshole do what the asshole wants to do?
What's he gonna do to us?
He's not going to tell us unless we pick left or right.
Do you want to toss a coin?
Can I use insight to like see if I can tell which one I should pick?
Roll an insight.
It's been
Really,
a while.
quite option. You are allowed to make an option too.
Do people still use coins? Is that a thing?
Well, a credit normally has 2 sides, kinda, sorta.
But they're made of paper.
They don't flip
I
too
got a
well.
24.
What Billy do?
Looking at him, he seems equally satisfied with either option you pick.
They're both bad.
Yeah, I figured.
Do I have a coin? I'll flip a coin on this.
Ooh, game of chance. I'm intrigued.
Well, yeah, that way none of us have to feel bad about you doing whatever it is you're gonna do.
We're playing this game then, keeping the conscience clean. But that's alright. Billy's interested me more here with this game of chance. Flip your coin. Shall we say heads left and tails right?
Alright, I have already flipped the coin and I'm just have it covered under my hand. And Billy will flip coin. Tails.
Head, tails? So right. That's a fun option. I quite enjoy this one. Do remember
You
when
know,
this goes off that could have simply had an arrangement.
You know, if you wanted me to not flip a coin, you could have ordered it if you wanted more time to think.
Just do remember in the, shall we say, chaos of all this, you could have avoided this. We could have had a business meeting of it, but you've scorned twice now me and my operations. He'll pull out, back out his data slide it over, and just hit a button and good day, and flicker out. So, while that was happening a little bit, T-Lock, you were investigating the crates, right?
Yeah, the life science crates.
Alright, walking up to the crate,
2.5 rankers burst
has-
out.
has a lock on it.
Well,
Nothing
what do I see?
extensive see inside of it.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Say if he's within 30 feet, the tremor sense kicks in, so.
Blind sense works to a bit, but solid walls does project an image you on the blind sense because
Oh, yeah.
sound. He can see the force signs within them. I'm trying to look at the skills because the skills are very different in this game. I don't think nature is a thing.
It is.
Pretty
They
sure
have-
is nature a thing or was it consumed by lore?
It is. Nope,
It
it's
is.
a thing. They
I
appear
would
to
like
be
a nature check.
proving.
Nature check.
Now here's the real question. I am not. Ooh, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Ow.
Alright, so taking a minute to feel it through the force, get a grasp of what's happening. You've done this quite a bit, but through a wall, through everything happening, takes a moment to recognize what they are from how they are sitting. But they're curled up, oddly dormant and calm. Are 6 crate dragons, as you realize them sitting throughout the area of what they are.
How big is this warehouse?
Have you never seen a warehouse with like the big shipping containers?
But 6 crate dragons? This is like Indiana Jones Ark of the Covenant warehouse.
It's not in each one. It's not 6 in one. It's just this is in one, and as he's looking around.
Yeah. Also, adolescents are like large.
So they're not
It's
as
not-
big as the one in...
Ancient, which are gargantuan.
I only knew
Yeah,
of the one size,
aware.
which is why I'm like, my god.
You got a 20, right?
Yeah.
These are only of a juvenile age. And as you're trying to piece together,
Right
like,
at that point, I'm gonna send a message as quickly as possible to the only other guy in the room with me. Of
Nima?
get the fuck on top of a crate now.
What are you doing, Nemo?
Not waiting for a reply as I climb up a crate myself.
I was about to go check on the body, the one guy. But he sounds rather urgent. So I'll go jump and find a crate.
You have a few moments when he was investigating and everybody else was doing that to check him out if you wish to.
I intended to.
What
But since
are
it's
you
freaked out,
doing?
I just want to go to one of the crates. I'm going to forget about him.
Okay, so you're looking around doing the same thing. You don't get in much. Most of what you're finding seems to be like you can open maybe one or two in that time, and it looks like standard supplies, I'll say. But as you're looking through and investigating, you hear him say, just get a voice screaming, basically yelling in your head, "Get on the crate now!" And are you doing so?
He says all creatives had tools on it. I'm going to
Standard,
climb on
like-
top of that. Then yes.
Okay. Grab it, ripping yourself on top. You hear that getting in your head. As that happens, T-Lock, as you start to turn to move after shouting that at him and he's climbing, you hear a lock click behind you.
It's
And
fine. I just keep climbing.
all of them start to move. Both of you make athletics checks to get to the top and out of the way in time.
Oh.
Fuck you, Spider. 19 on the die.
Okay.
Five.
Five.
Athletics
You
is
go to
19.
jump and start climbing. And you jump, you get a grip, and then your fingers slide, and you're like, oh no. You're realizing, shit, I'm short. You go to make the second jump, and it's just tired you out a bit, and you're like, oh, this isn't working.
The monkey man couldn't
And
climb
at
a
this
box.
point, nope. And at this point, from inside the office, you guys all hear this. You, who's just gathering with the force, leaping and sprinting to the top of these stacks as high as you can get. 6 crate dragons, 6 dragon, large reptilian, almost like on the back looks like a rock. Down on all bipedal, teeth long, and a snarling burst out, ripping through the containers before the doors open. All of you inside hear the screeching, groaning. And oddly enough, they don't chase after you as you're running away or head towards the door. They all start charging towards the large cargo doors.
So that's not good, is it? Good.
Stop them.
I'm assuming that the group inside hears the clunk, 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 clunk,
Yeah, that's what I
clunk.
said. You guys heard the door screeching and ripping open, and several large reptilian
Okay.
roars echoing out as they started yelling. And you guys, if you're going outside, probably are opening the door about as they're slamming in and starting through those cargo doors.
Going in there.
Can I get an action off?
Yeah, I'll get an action off. You've been running mostly, but like as you're seeing at the last second, possibly you're towards the top. You're really high up because of shipping container row stack.
How many are in a line?
They're not lined up well. They're rushing next to each other, but they're all pushing and like trying to get there first.
Can I get a line?
You could probably get 2 of them in a line.
That'll work. I don't want Joran up. Why the fuck is Joran up?
It's time to shoot
You-
things.
What was? Make a perception check as you're doing this too.
Purple die.
It's falling off my feet.
Purple die.
You're trying and failing to get on the first crate. And you just look over and plaster against it as they was barrel past shaking yours. One of them knocks it and scoots you a bit, but they just skip past you.
That's a 15.
What are you doing?
Perception.
Oh, for the perception.
Yeah.
You could feel an influence on them. Like, it isn't just them. Something's messing with their brains. Something's messing with their head. Something force-based.
Huh.
Are comms blocked right now?
No?
Okay.
You
Get
heard the screeching, so if you want to send something over comp, you can easily.
Well, I mean, going outside, seeing this. I don't know if China really knows what a crate dragon is.
Chani would step out and see, you could roll a nature check if you want to see if you know more on it. But stepping out, you would see a very large, long, maybe 20 feet in length, 10 feet tall at the shoulders, stone plating across the back, elongated teeth, probably about the size of your hand.
Do I know proper noun
Balls
versus
to
fuck off big lizard? 7.
No, you know, fuck off, big lizard.
All right.
That is ripping through warehouse doors like cardboard.
Sending a message to Sato. Demolitionist spotted. Fuck off big lizards trying to escape from this warehouse. Cordon off the area.
Also, in that 100-foot line, will it hit the friendly?
Probably not, because you're altitude.
Okay. So I need you to make the 2 deck saves at disadvantage.
All right.
Because casting specialist allows me to do that.
My type.
Is that a once per day thing?
No.
It's
That's
a
not-
spend
I
extra force points, I think.
I think so. Yeah, I'll look it up real quick.
Oh
I
shit!
couldn't remember if it was the feet. I couldn't remember if it was the feet
Ah.
one or the metamagic one.
One of them. Your DC's 20, right?
Yep.
One of them passes.
Cool. 2 natural 20s?
The other one does not.
No. Let me see.
So if I'm guessing right, it's half to one and full to the other.
Yeah. What? He loved it. He loved it. Some kind of stick bug. I don't know.
5 case.
Sorry, give me just 1 second.
Let's say you
Tasty
aim
yummy.
kind of like center mass, just on the general principle to hit what you could of like the crowding herd.
It's once per turn, so one of them is at disadvantage. So the one that failed, I'll say, is at disadvantage.
Even if he hadn't disadvantage.
Well, no,
he failed, so,
because
yeah.
both of them would have disadvantage. Because it's once per turn, I just affect this
It's
force.
one spell. It's
Yeah,
one spell.
so-
So yeah, okay. Either
8.
way, results are the same.
Yeah.
8.
Yep.
8 damage.
No, 8d6.
8d6. What is the force light?
It's a lightning bolt.
Zippity zap zoop.
It's a fucking lightning bolt. I'm not fucking around.
I feel like we should probably call initiative at this point.
I'm going to. I'm just letting him
Okay.
roll his damage and get shit set up. If you want to, go ahead and roll initiative. But
Ooh, I
mm,
don't like those rolls.
this is going to be more of a chase thing because they're not targeting.
Well, just so that there's like a turn order, because otherwise it's
Yeah,
all
it'll
gonna be.
give me that, but it's gonna be true. Okay.
I rolled really bad on 8d6. So the one that
What'd you
failed
roll?
is going to take 26 damage.
Okay, and 13 for the other.
Oh,
As you
No.
reach out, and all your rates watch T-Lock reach out, lightning start to cackle up along the upper arm area, just a bit above the wrist and down the hand, and then streak outwards and strike into the backs of 2 of these. Who let out like even like larger roars and screams, and one of them looks back, but before barreling on ahead. So, in an effort to try and keep some of the symbols of this, let's roll an initiative to see how fast you can act.
excuse me, sorry.
I got my message out. The area needs to be cordoned off. Blah.
Wait a-
Alrighty. So,
I get advantage, that's right. Very. That helped a lot.
okay. 25 to 20.
Yeah. What's my dex mod again? Am I the only one here above 20?
Hello?
What are you?
Hello?
Yeah. Maybe so.
There was a response, but I left the call and came back anyways.
Listen,
Uh,
Tenu's doing something. We just don't know
22.
what. He's gonna come out of nowhere,
22.
grapple check one of these dragons, pile drive it.
22. Wait, is no one else above 20? Okay.
No.
19 to 15.
19.
18.
Alright.
I also got an 18.
Hold on.
The
Johnny
curse
still +3 dex.
is... She's been +5 for, like, ever.
Sorry, that's callous.
Yeah, I know.
20, 18.
The curse is starting to
Nina.
diminish.
What is that just leaves Sorsha? What's yours?
12.
Aww. Sweetheart, take a level of scout. It'll help.
No, I'm good.
She has +8 to advantage, I think, or 9.
What? No, I
No,
have a
she has
3
a-
Oh,
initiative.
wait, sorry, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
No,
if-
it's a 3.
I have a 3.
Why do you have a 3?
I don't know.
Because she's one class and another class that doesn't have an initiative bonus.
No, I meant the dex thing.
Because her stats aren't all 20s.
Because she didn't roll fuck stats like you guys did.
Yeah. She
I meant the
didn't
other
go
stats that are
skills.
higher than that.
I think there's only one stat higher than Dex.
Doesn't matter.
Anyways, so starting off, alright, so initiative is going to last a very limited time due to the nature of what's happening before it turns into basically a chase sequence and what you guys wish to.
Skill challenge.
Skill challenge will work. I just said chase sequence to be more specific, but that works too. So, starting off, Billy, as you're stepping out of the door from hearing this cacophonous noise, they're all the way across this place. They've ripped through, containers have been knocked out of the way, and they're all pouring out of ripped open and bent cargo bay doors. At
And
this
how far away
distance,
is it?
they are across this about halfway. They're 150, we'll say 160 feet away.
Mm.
Because large door, and there's a lot of things like crates and stuff partially in the way.
Okay, well, I mean, I ignore the cover for a lot of it.
You also
Well,
see me standing on a bunch of crates.
let's,
Yeah, but you're really the far fuck up there.
Oh, I know.
You
That
got
was
them
the
as they were
intent.
running, you didn't get them at their door.
Oh no, that was the intent.
let's move 40 feet forward,
Right?
and swap over to the shotgun. And let's take 2 shots. And I'll see if I can. I'll shoot at the 2 closest ones and see if I can piss them off separately to come get the big metal man with a shotgun.
Do you have the range increment thing, or are you shooting at disadvantage?
I was gonna do that there rage and the thingy thing.
So you want a reckless for a flat roll?
Yes.
Okay, so bonus action rage, reckless, two attack rolls for me, please. Are you shooting at which ones?
The 2 closest.
5 and 6.
Recklessly add additional precision. I like
I
it.
know,
It-
right?
It's an odd fucking archetype, but it's okay.
I am barbarian. I use strength to shoot.
Like
what's
I
even
said,
more
it's weird.
odd? You know what's even more odd? This droid who has no feeling is raging.
Yes.
Commence with kneecap.exe.
Yeah, exactly.
So the. Oh shit! Yes, I'm using the shotgun.
Critical?
Extended critical.
Yep.
And the other one is just below that at a 27 to hit.
Yep. That'll hit.
Hang on, I need a lot of D4s. I need a lot of D4s. I only have 2 D4s and I need a lot of D4s.
You
Why
have
not always
full
grab
dice
5
roll.
sets of dice?
I have 2 sets of dice, I still have no other order more. Okay, so
Become the dragon.
let's see.
We managed to kill them all. Might get a level out of
1,
it.
that gets the reroll. Okay. Hang on, so 4 3s and a 4. So 12 up to
Yeah, so
16.
just give me total.
Yeah, so I gotta work that. So 12 up to 16. And I don't. That is doubled. So 32. And
So you're not within
Then
30 feet, so no rage bonus.
Yeah, no rage bonus. So then 32 plus 6, so 38.
38 on K6.
Unless I have anything else. Hang on. This is a long list of things. I don't think I have anything else for that critical hit, though.
Nope, because if I remember it, you're one short of the barbarian effect there.
Yep, I was looking at some other stuff. Because there is a lot of stuff. Okay, that used my bonus. I say that I already used my bonus action to start the rage, so I can't do
Yep.
that. Yep, so I'll just roll the damage on the second one.
So you guys watch as Billy.
Oh
just
wait,
kicks open-
sorry. Add one more to that.
From?
Because I
Dink.
rolled a max. I rolled a max on one of those. I rolled a
Okay.
4. So add
Ow.
one more damage.
Okay.
That hurts.
Yeah, that noise did hurt.
I don't know what that noise was.
I don't either.
If it was me, I'm sorry.
If you
As
heard it, it probably
Billy
wasn't-
just kicks open the door and leveling the shotgun as he runs out to get out and just fires off 2 quick shots. One of them tears into the back of the crate dragon, breaking the rock covering on the back of its tail a bit and drawing a bit of blood. The second one leveling and firing and doing the same.
I love this reroll ability. It's dumb. That's really dumb because it changed it from several 1s to a few 4s.
Yeah.
So
Well, just let me know.
yeah.
Now we're running into the issue of 3.5.
Yes, but 12 plus
There's
6
too many
plus
fucking
6.
features.
So 24, and then I rolled 3 4s on that, so 25.
Alright,
wait,
25
no.
damage.
Or sorry, that's 3 4s, 27.
Okay, 27 damage. Like I said, his count runs out. 2 shots. I think that's everything you can do on this time.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that brings us to T-Lock. You are up at the top of that. They are way the fuck off. Like, you're farther away than Count because of altitude.
Billy.
Billy, I'm sorry, new character.
If you want the Ghost of Count to be here, just let me know.
He's sitting up there going, the fuck?
Oh man.
Is the one that's right at the door, like, say from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? How many have gotten out the door, if any?
The first
And-
3
and
are
I-
outside.
Okay.
2 unharmed ones and the one that passed the lightning save. They got out of the way and most of it are outside. Do we have an athletics bonus? Oh shit, both. Next time.
They're more than 100 feet away, right?
Yeah, at the moment, yeah.
I can't move closer with the 30 feet.
30 feet forward, because you'd be going down at an angle, would get you a decent bit closer, but you'd still be farther away than Billy was.
Yeah.
So it'd probably put you about 100, even after moving, about 150 feet away.
Yeah. So I'll just double move.
Double move forward, so you are at 120 feet away from the tail end ones. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Same for Billy, actually. You're right next to Billy, almost. No, because you're coming down from the crate, so you'd still be a little bit off, but nonetheless.
Just let me know if for some reason they get within 30 feet of me.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, so that brings it to the dragon's turns. And I
All
need
6 of them.
3 of them to roll athletics. Alrighty. So, you guys are inside, and even with some people having low passive, you just hear this god-awful metal-wrenching, screeching noise as these three that are inside pile out and start to spread out. And as they're running past, those of you with some rather high perceptions. So...
Not me.
I'll say...
16 or 17.
You have 7. I'll say Billy, T-Lock, and Sorsha noticed there are some gaping holes and wrenches in the metal outside of the floor. And the noise is just continuing and grinding. Before you just hear it stop and from something heavy hitting below. And the other three are going to spend their actions dashing, and no, they're going to spend the turns running outside, and then hoping to fire with their poison breath. Poison saliva. That is unpleasant as hell. Outside, you guys can also hear the cacophonous, just, they've busted out, shit's going wrong. You can hear people outside yelling, screaming, running, cars going off, something going off in the distance, trying to get closer. It's like a siren getting closer. And that brings it to...
A tie swoops in, blasts the shit out of them, flies away.
Shawnee. What are you doing, Shawnee, as they're all outside now?
I'm gonna call the nearest Imperial Guard station.
Trying to like get a specific one to call?
Well, if she has like a register of them. Like, okay, responding there.
Would you really have a... Would you have a register of the Imperial Guard stations you've been working with since?
Probably not, but maybe. She's had to do an amount of mercenary work.
That generally avoids involving, or say, staying away from the Imperials.
But you have to know where they are to do that.
Out, you are avoiding them, not trying to get like a notary of their like how to contact.
Everything achieved through the HoloNet.
911, what's your emergency? Dragons!
I'll give you a call and give you the random roll to see how close you've gone.
Okay.
So like try to get one in the general area and get as close as you can.
Uh-huh.
So
I call fucking Crab Wing Shack.
6 seconds. About halfway through the 6 seconds, they pick up because, well, it's happening. And you'll get a very like hurried. Very hurried. Yes. What's the emergency here?
Big giant lizard things are escaping from a warehouse at this location.
Yes, we just got one report. You're the second one to call about that. I believe we have more coming in. We're doing what we can.
Okay.
And that's it. That's all you can get in your 6 second call.
I did it, guys. I called the cops.
Yeah.
I did my civic duty.
Well, actually, you got movement and action, bonus action. So.
Well, I mean, they're all walking that way.
Start running?
Yeah.
Alright.
Peely pally.
Nima.
Alright, so, how far am I from all of them? Am I the same?
You're closer than most. You're closer than most of them. Since they've dashed outside, you're probably about at this point 100 feet off outside.
100 feet?
100 feet.
Second question. Can I use both a level tech power and an at-will in that turn?
Yeah, one of them's a bonus action.
So yeah, it depends on their time used.
I'm gonna use level 5 capacity boost. First of all, for my blaster. And second, sonic strike on the nearest lizard thing.
Look at you, a pure caster. Access to all the spells.
What does capacity boost do?
It lets them fire 2 shots as a bonus action for the following turns after it's cast.
Wait, that sounds like that
so
costs an action.
it's Swift
to do.
Quiver.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sonic strike, that's disadvantage because it's outside of my range. That's...
Yep.
You said level 5, so it made me think you were upcasting something.
I was.
He is.
Wait a minute. So
Yeah,
you
you
get
can
this.
cast it
level
at a
2.
lower. You can cast it at a lower level to shoot once as a bonus action. And then you upcast it, and at 5th level, it lets you shoot twice as a bonus action.
Okay, it's just Swift Quiver, but better then, because it's earlier.
Yes, but at the earlier levels, you only get 1 shot versus 2, whereas Swift Cover is a 5th level, and even that gives you 2 shots. So, it's about the same.
Yes, or better.
So to mention, I should probably also use a boom strike with these strikes, this shot.
Yep, you have to tell me when you do that, because that has effects on things.
I'm telling you that now. So it's 18 and a 20, so critical. Yeah.
2 criticals at disadvantage?
2 criticals at disadvantage, yes.
Okay then.
What?
If you use the cantrip shot, you'd still only get 1 shot, though.
Yes, it's
yeah,
1 shot.
He's at disadvantage, that's why he rolled twice. Roll damage. What's the effect of Sonic Strike?
It's an extra D6, and it makes a sound 100 feet. That can be heard from 100 feet around.
No, the cantrip has a Taylor effect. I think it's if they move, they take damage.
Oh, yes. If they willing to move, they take 1d6 plus my tech modifier, I think.
Okay. It'll be plus intelligence.
One d6, 2d6, 3d6.
Huh. Rhyme shot's actually very useful right now.
Yeah, it slows them down.
Yeah.
3d6. I'm not forgetting a d6. Whatever. It's a critical. 38 plus 7. I need a calculator. What's 38 plus 7?
45.
Yeah.
That's the number.
Okay,
45.
so against the trailing one, you level Blaster and Fire. You guys hear like a cacophonous boom, even louder than your standard blaster as he levels it. It's honestly painful in this area with the echoing, and it just pelts out the door, and you watch it crash in and detonate as it hits.
Oh, I have to make a con saving throw as well.
That's what I was asking. What's the saving throw then?
DC 17 con.
For what?
Sidearm specialist.
You gotta give me more than just the name. I don't know all the effects, sir.
Memorize the entire ever-changing book.
Con saving throw, or is dazed and stunned and cannot move for the end of his next turn.
That's part of Sonic?
That's part of sidearm specialist with the feet.
Okay, so you have access to Stunning Strike. How many times a day?
Let me
on a
check
critical.
that.
Okay.
It's only
Of which
on
he's
a
rolled
critical.
only.
Isn't there a size limit on that? No, size large on that, so yeah.
Larger. One size larger than you.
One size larger than you, they're only size large. Constitution save. DC, what am I baiting?
17.
Well,
I know it's a dragon. How dare it try to make a con save?
it passes. It passes.
It's a dragon.
Yeah, it's a big meaty ball. It's a big meaty ball of muscle and durability. So you got your damage on it, and it went off, hurt, and as you watch it, like starts to like shift a bit, like it actually hit kind of hard. It just kind of shrugs after stiffening mid-strike and keeps going. Anything else? Or I believe that's all your stuff.
That's all my stuff. Yep. I'm gonna
That
move
brings
closer
us
to
to
it.
us. All right, 30 feet closer. Sorsha, you're up.
Sorsha does not know what to do.
Sorsha is really fucking far away. Like, Sorsha can hardly see me now.
Sorsha can move 100 or a lot.
90.
So did Sorsha
Yeah, that.
attack, or did Sorsha just ran away?
Well, they're currently from you outside of all of your shooting ranges.
Oh.
Because your guys are coming out of the office, and they're about 160, and then they gotta move outside, so they're about 200 feet away from you right now.
Looks at sniper rifle. Yeah, you're right.
You have a sniper rifle.
I know. And Sorcery doesn't know how to use them.
Nope, absolutely not. I guess Sorsha's
Wait,
going...
no, you couldn't have. Keep in mind, you're a size small. These are a size large. Or Neba.
I'm a size medium.
I thought you were a size small.
Nope, medium.
What the...
We're learning a bunch of
Think
things
the
today.
other
No, the other one's a
size.
size tiny.
one.
No, the other one's a size tiny. Anyways. Are you just... What are you doing, Sorsha?
I guess I'm just gonna use all my movement to run towards it.
90 feet forward. Alrighty. Sorsha taking off, sprinting across, trying to avoid getting caught up in any of the debris and things around it. Trying to get ready, Sorsha, you see outside, there's 3 large gaping holes in the ground. Well, one that looks like 2 of them were close enough it's become 1. But you can tell it was 2 different creatures crawling through.
Well, dang.
And then 3 of them have started spreading out through areas, and there's this weird mucusy substance. You can see a little bit past some of them with your passive that's on things. It's on some people, and it's a very unpleasant reaction. Screaming's happening. Cars and vehicles are being broken.
Yuck.
Yep. This will be the last round of initiative, starting with Billy.
Those 2 are say I still have those 2 within shoot range.
No, they're 160 away again.
Okay,
They
so but I
moved
could.
forward.
Well then, I shall move 40, and repeat. As that will put them at 120. If I am able to line up shot.
I'll let you get one of them because they have started to spread out.
Then
And
I
you're
will
still
shoot that
inside
one
unlimited
twice.
by the doors. Yep, and you're inside limited by the doors. Shoot that one twice. Alright. Open fire.
Hang on.
Oh, I need to
before
make saves.
I was gonna say, no, this is the shotgun.
Okay.
I was say before I roll any dice. Let's use the bonus action to take this. No, they have to be within 30 feet for that.
For what? I
The
don't know what you're talking about.
the thing that lets me forego.
Okay, yeah. Proficiency for extra.
Proficiency to take on one shot to take a second shot without it. Yeah, but they have to be within 30 feet for that. So yeah, just 2 shots. Reckless,
Roll to hit.
go there normal.
I can't get over this reckless on a fucking shotgun still.
Yes, and that is 2 15s, so plus
Wait.
10 to 25.
Actually, that just occurred to me. Don't have to be within 30 feet for your barbarian features.
I thought you allowed the strength thing for a lot of that anyways.
Like, it applies for you shooting regardless if it's 30 feet, but your barbarian features.
A lot of the ones for like the actually, that's for like the rage modifier and stuff. Yeah.
That's why I'm checking to make sure, because that's the limited amount of stuff I want to make sure that it's. Otherwise, damn. Hold on just a moment. Ballistic approach. Then 30 feet. Doesn't actually say anything about it. So we shall let it go for now. Yeah.
I think a lot of it is the burst property stuff.
Almost all, yeah, I'm trying to look at it because almost everything it limits to almost everything you can do within 30 feet. Like, technically you shouldn't even be using your strength past 30, but we found it kind of pointless.
Yeah, that was what we already discussed. So, yeah, I have something I can use my bonus action for. It will let me move. Let's see, where the fuck is it?
I have 2 iterations of this page open so I can flip around in it.
So many. I hate this wall of text.
That's part of what you gotta learn here. That's why I'm having issues to keep track of everybody's stuff.
Oh nope, that still has to be within 30 feet to do the movement thing. Never mind. Yep, just
Yep. Like I said, almost all your shit has to be within 30 feet. That's why I was thrown off by the reckless.
D4s, go.
Well, you gotta roll to hit still.
I did. 2 15s. Which is a plus 10, so 25.
Yep. You know, one of these days, somebody will actually miss a shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey. Hey.
Oh, trust me, somebody will miss a shot.
You want to get technical? He just did.
What?
Billy just missed a shot with the.
No, he
lead-
didn't.
Yeah, he missed all those
No,
shots.
he hit. He
That
hit
was
everybody
25.
that was actually present. He's hit everybody present.
I know. Never mind. I was making a joke. It went over your head. It's fine.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep the numbers crunched right now.
17 on the first one.
All right, your next attack. Oh yeah, you got the second one in. 17 plus.
That is... This one rerolling ability is so nice. And the second one is 18.
Okay. So 2, 3, 5, 5. 4.
I did not add rage to either of those.
Nope, because they are outside of the range.
Yes.
Alright, as you fire off 2 quick bursts, laying into the back of this dragon, more of the rock plating starts to break, and it starts to just gush blood out from the back a little bit. A lot for what you guys are used to, but for something of this size, it's not terribly noteworthy.
It has been quite some time.
And for a
since I have
brief
seen
moment, it
really-
stops and it whirls, like its head backwards, its body still mostly forward, and it starts to narrow and like it wants to start back as it's growling, but then something like catches it and it starts to move back out towards the streets, towards people again.
Mirror boy, didn't tell you to get.
T-Lock.
One thing you should be getting is back here.
Even if I move 30 feet, I can't get within 120 feet.
30 feet would put you at 130, yeah.
Bonus action, Misty Step.
But I can't cast a leveled ability afterward.
Yeah, no, we've been using the rule of you can cast 1 second level and 1 of any level, 1 of up to second, 1 of any level. It's just you've been playing Jordan without them.
So
Because I've been letting
you're telling
Chani,
me I
Sorsha,
can
and
cast-
Count do that.
So you're telling me I can cast Phase Walk, which will allow me to teleport 30 feet, and then cast Force Suppression on one of the Great Dragons.
What's the range of force suppression?
120 feet.
You'll have to make a... So, stepping forward, just stepping forward, you blink out of existence for a minute before reappearing closer as you're running in to get it. You get the 60 feet forward, I believe.
30.
I thought you were putting your movement in, because 30 feet forward would
yeah,
still
yeah.
put you at 130 away.
Yeah.
So, 60 feet forward, you're 100 feet off as you try to suppress the force on... You have an option of 2 at 100 feet. One Billy's been shooting, and one off to the side a bit more, for that was probably being blocked from his view.
We'll go with the one that's... Does that one look bloodied?
No.
Okay, we'll go with the one that Billy's been shooting at. I
It
know
looks
I'm
a little inconvenienced.
Yeah, I know I'm at the roll for it.
So, yep.
Pulls out a megaphone.
Hey!
It's a dragon.
16 on the die!
16 on the die,
Yeah.
plus all that, of course. So, you see the force effect in his brain tamper off and stop. And with your 20, you remember something here. Even though this force pact is ended, this is still a nasty tempered creature.
Oh yeah, but it's gonna stop hurting people and hit the people that are attacking it.
It's still a nasty tempered creature with a bunch of people
Oh, yeah.
screaming and running rampant around it.
Oh yeah,
I should specify.
of course.
It's
Like I
going
said,
to
if they
continue
all made
doing
it into
dragon
the
things.
streets, it's a large predator with a lot of soft prey around it.
4, that's 7. So I've expended 17 points. Ah.
Alright, I'll mark him off of the force effects. That brings it to them. 100 feet away. Alright, 2 of them are going to keep doing that, but one of them is... How intelligent? Oh fuck, they're not intelligent at all. Okay. The effects ended on it, you guys haven't done anything against it since, so it's going to continue starting through the streets, flipping up more people, tearing up things. I need to roll and see if it's back.
He's okay. Everything is okay.
It comes back. You guys watch, you guys near the edge, watches again, opens up, just globules of spit and saliva comes rocketing out of its mouth, smashing into people, buildings, cars, vehicles, anything that's in its path, and the people and the living creatures that get hit start to scream and drop as if from intense pain. And you watch like a kind of like necrosis starts to set in from the saliva point, like the veins are starting to discolor.
They're dying.
Because they can't.
It's quite surprising that they're actually alive in the first place.
No, they're not alive. They're dying in front of you.
Oh, okay.
It's just that we have a limited amount of time. That
Yeah,
things
you
are
win some, you
happening.
lose some.
Yeah. Chani, you're up.
Alright. The door's away from me.
So 90.
How far?
You ran 90 feet forward. It was 160 for everybody that was coming from the door. So put you at 70 feet away, and then they moved forward twice.
Okay.
Once since then. So you're 110 feet off from the one that's close to you. The one that just actually, you watched just now spit saliva across everything.
Well, Mortimer, logically, by the door, I would think, who I forgot about last turn because I'm an idiot.
He's pretty close to it, yeah.
Just the after my statement. Now I'm hurt. Okay. He's gonna take off, and he's got fast bug movement, so he can go outside and get an aerial view of things with 120 feet, I imagine.
Yeah, he can get pretty close.
Get an idea of
Get
where...
out, get a good view of stuff. Make a perception check for him with Mortimer's effects.
Okay.
Because you have creatures, they are large creatures, but you're starting to run into alleys and streets of Coruscant.
He loses the big giant dragon.
Alright!
God damn it, Mortimer.
Mortimer knows where one of them is, goddammit. He's right there in front of him, but he's lost track of the other 5.
I got an 18 for Mortimer.
Oh, 18. Shit. No,
Yeah.
I thought you were saying that you lost back.
I was saying that facetiously
18.
because it's just that sounds ridiculous.
Yeah. 18, you can see one of Mortimer's picking up sounds coming off in 2 basically opposite directions from where he is.
So there's not like a pack.
At the one here. They've not packed, they've all split up. Besides the fact that he can see the giant holes below in the ground.
Well, just passively, and for the rest of his turns, he's going to try to find 1 or 2 if they're near each other and just keep an overhead on them. Johnny.
So he has an option of the ones on this floor or the ones who went through the bottom floor, just so I know in the future turns what he's doing.
You know what? Let's go down the hole.
Okay. We'll do that next round when he gets back to him.
Gotcha.
Johnny, what are you doing?
Okay. So for me, they're still 120 away, right?
110, yeah.
110. Okay.
Well, one is 110 away.
Okay. I forgot
They're
what
actually
something
fairly quick
does.
when they are doing stuff. Who knew large barrel dragons can move quick if they need to?
They're just plodding their way along there.
I did. Billy, on the other hand.
A, B, C, D, E,
Yeah,
F.
I just use these against my players, so I kind of know what they do.
It's not pleasant. Even
No,
the baby.
no.
Alright, what
I
the
just
fuck
u-
does
I
that
just used
mean?
An ancient one.
Yeah, I did it. I'm not mean.
No. What
I
the
almost
hell
did.
does a slowed level mean? Does anybody know? Because they changed shit
Give me a
on me.
brief moment. I think I have a thing for it. I actually brought it up because you mentioned rhyme shot.
I think every level
It's like
makes
10 feet of movement down or something like that.
it's stacked as well.
Why not just say 10 feet then?
Because it's
Because
fucking weird.
Annoying.
God.
Speed
Because-
slow to level 1 is reduced by 15. If they have 2 slow levels, reduced by 25. 3 is by 30, and 4 is speed is reduced.
Why would they want to complicate it to that amount?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's a Pathfinder thing.
Well,
If we want to call it simple, we could just say each time
Half
you shoot
speed?
it with this, it goes 10 speed down.
or what? But it's 15 without it.
Well, yeah, but it also has degrading effects.
You have
Yeah.
your options.
I'll
You
take the
actually
15.
get more from it by the 10. You actually get more total by the 10s, but
Huh?
it
Yeah.
just picks up a little bit quicker on the current slow.
Well, it only has one and it goes away, so I'll take the one. I'll take the one.
Okay, 15.
Okay. This thing's fucking the fuck off. Mortimer's going after the ones below. Can I tell that what's his face is casting at one of them? Like, is he doing like a hand gesture?
You watch him extend a hand to do something, but there's no visible effect for you.
That's fine. But can I like draw the imaginary line and go, that one?
There's only one in sight.
Okay. Didn't know if the other one was.
Even for him, there's only one in sight.
So the other one fucked off, gotcha.
Two.
Nope, there's only one for you now.
Now, yeah. Fair.
Okay. Well, that's not great. And the doors of this place are the same 100 and some odd feet away, right?
No, the doors are 70. It's just that they've been moving.
Okay. That'd still leave me about 50 feet away. So, movement, bonus action dash, 60.
60 forward, so you're 10 feet off from the door, and 50 feet off from the creature.
Complain internally that the door is just too far. I can't lean.
I don't do this intentionally.
I know. It's not impossible that the big dumb idiot's gonna turn around and try to bite me. So I'm gonna go ahead and mirror image myself. Just in case.
Okay. Putting up the hologram.
Boom, boom, boom.
So you guys watch as it's 4 more?
I think it's 3.
Three more images of Chani just like flicker blue for a second and settle into an image of her as just steps off of her almost. And now there are 4 Chanis in front of you guys. And then that brings it to Nima.
Okay, so I didn't mention before that I didn't want to interrupt, but if the one dragon I shot moved, he takes 6 damage.
Yep.
Noted.
I'll put it on there.
Oh no.
Whenever you have an ability like that, stop me and tell me so I make sure I note it down.
Yeah. Okay. How far are the... How many dragons can I see and how far are they? at the
1.
moment?
You can only see one,
Great.
and they're about 140 from you now.
I'll move 30 feet closer and then shoot at him with Sonic Strike and Booming Strike. Sonic Shot and Booming Strike.
Huh?
Still at disadvantage.
Yeah, so that's it.
Booming
Wait.
Strike is a feature from the Artificer class that he can declare happens on hit.
Okay.
But he's declaring it now because there's no actual loss for it.
It's the fucking
Me here too can
Hard
drip
thing.
go, what is this?
it's the Shadow Bard thing.
Okay.
No,
Basically.
No,
it's an extra d6. It's just a singular extra d6 on top of when he makes a shot with his modified weapons.
oh, it's his Artificer thing from the other game, basically.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Doesn't
So-
matter, roll dice.
17, which is still a crit.
Okay.
Yeah,
They min-maxed the fuck out of everything. Just accept
Only
it.
out this gun.
I did not.
It's okay. I'm immune to poison damage, and I have holograms.
It's okay.
Shut
You're
up,
the one I'm
you've had-
worried about.
You've had over 100. You've already had a 1 in a million chance over that, so you're good.
It's 35 damage total.
35
shot.
total.
Yep.
Uh,
And you pick a con save.
Oh no.
I called the caps.
okay. 17.
Really should have called the Jedi.
Yeah.
I loved this.
Yeah. No. He's.
TIE fighter can take care of shit.
Level again, and another echoing. Like the sound's almost visible from this thing now. Firing just slams into the back and blows it open a bit wider than the blaster bolt normally would singe, but it's still going.
Right. And bonus action. I'm gonna shoot at it twice more. Both with Fumi Strike.
You
Movement
bonus
strike
action
is once
use
per
the
turn.
Is
yeah,
it one
you
per
bonus
turn?
action. You bonus action use the cantrip to put.
Cantrip's not a bonus action.
That is the action.
The
Yeah.
cantrip is not a bonus action. It just happens as well.
Yeah, the cantrip's like Green Flame Blade, but for ranged weapons. It's just a downside
yeah,
damage
yeah.
dice.
Yes, it's the it's the attack action.
So you have 2 more shots. Take your shots. They're all at disadvantage because
It's one per turn. I still have 2 more shots. 2
Yep.
shots. 1, 2. 19 and 18.
I need to sneeze, but I can't.
Can you roll a low number? Damn.
You've seen Gelric? No.
No.
Rolled a 3 earlier.
There are only crits.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that didn't. Yeah, but that was when it didn't matter.
3 and 1. Plus, how much is it? 7, 10, and 8. So it's 18 damage total with both shots.
Okay.
No, it's not.
What are you thinking? What are you missing?
13 damage with one shot, and 9
Yeah.
damage with the other. I forgot to double the die.
13 and 9 is 21.
Yes.
All right.
And now that the giant angry lizard outside of mind
Did you
control
fire it
has been
twice
pissed
more?
off.
You have its attention as it whirls around.
Hello, friend.
Don't forget you have an ammo count.
Yes. You
I
gotta
haven't
remember,
forgotten.
you do have a reload ammo count.
I haven't forgotten.
I'm just making sure because this is a new property that hasn't popped up for D&D stuff for you otherwise. It looks like we're staying in initiative longer. You guys have its attention. Sorsha, what you doing?
I'm a wave.
Oh god, am I the closest to this thing?
Hello, friend.
No.
Okay, good.
Hold on a second. Let me adjust your volume so I don't get deafened.
I think she is.
Hold on. I'll tell you in a second. She ran 90 feet forward. Was 160. So 70 feet from the door. And then another 40 past that for 110 away from the dragon.
Oh.
Your lightsaber can go really far.
90 feet.
So move up 30 feet and then throw the fucking lightsaber.
Inquisit the dragon. You can actually do this, exactly what I just said.
No, yeah, he's not kidding.
So, you never told me what my damage was for that.
For your dagger,
Yeah.
it's a D4 of damage.
But we,
Dagger.
It's a dagger. It has other effects.
there was one thing though, because we did craft it really, really well. I don't think that we got the plus on it done. 'Cause
Yeah.
my thing ended up being a +2, and I don't know what hers ended up being.
Well, the pluses are modification slots, not really.
Her weapon is a +1. Your
Okay.
really good crafting rate increase the radius of the dagger's effect by 30. So her weapon's still a +1. It's just now
Okay.
it has an extra 30 feet of range,
Uh,
and it
I-
doesn't have a short and long. It just has a solid 90.
I just didn't know if it was a +1 or not.
It's a +1. She knows that bit.
Okay. But you get to add sneak attack.
Yeah, because I told you to add it to your how we're writing it down.
Assuming
Well,
that
she's
you
gotta
hit
go
with it.
forward and do her shit still.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Sorsha will move forward, all sneaky like.
Without stealthy? Uh-huh.
Sorshel runs through the middle of the room.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
She is going to throw her dagger like Shawnee whispered into her brain to do.
Do you want to insight
gonna
it
throw your
first with
dagger?
your thing, with the insightful fighting thing that you do?
I want to do my insightful fighting, yes.
Okay, bonus action, insightful fighting. I'll let it go because it's been a bit since you've had to use anything.
Ow. Fuck.
Combat
sorry,
hasn't
I-
exactly been the most prevalent.
Prevalent.
23.
I have 4.
Yeah. You got it.
Yay!
That's a negative one.
God
It's
damn
not a
it.
good liar, these dragons.
They're pretty forthright. They want to fuck you up. You're looking at this thing, trying to get an idea of how to best deal with it. You're realizing, it's fairly simple. It's big. It's got a lot of muscle. It's just gonna come tear you guys up.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw my dagger.
All right, make an attack roll.
Ow.
Well then.
Go on.
Is it a 1? Is that a 1?
Do I go eep or do I go yay?
Natural 1.
Matt,
Hold on.
Matt, you got what you want. Someone missed.
I know. I'm astounded. Where's my
I knew it was
percentile?
gonna be me.
Roll
Hey,
damage
who's
just
the,
in case.
Thank
the fir-
fucking God.
Who's the furthest up?
Her.
The only person in front of her is Chani. It's not sneak attack.
Hey.
What's your dice? What's the D4 damage?
But does the clone take the hit?
5.
What's the D4 damage?
4.
It's a 4.
Yeah.
So this one was a critical effect of surprise. So 8 plus your modifiers, which is plus 4, so 12.
Same.
Hang on.
Does
Let Eric roll if it's.
That's what I'm trying to think. If his clones will affect. I'm gonna say yeah, your clones will affect this. They're kind of a.
Okay.
Normally I think it's a conscious thing, but I don't know. It's weird.
It's more like the other person attacking.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Goodbye, friend clone.
Because it wasn't. That's what I'm trying to
Sorry.
decide. Because it wasn't her aiming at Chani. It was just shit luck.
I mean, if that's the case, that's up to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to decide. This isn't her aiming to attack Chani and getting thrown off the holograms. This is her throwing it, and Chani's accidentally in the way.
You could roll a d4 and a 1
That's
is
what I'm
Johnny.
doing. I'll do that. This will be your luck,
Sorry,
Chani.
Shawnee.
Don't do this to me.
1.
Chani, you take 12 damage as the dagger sinks into the back, like the back of your thigh.
I'm so sorry.
You don't lose the clone, however.
Neat.
Yay!
But you do get like a burning sensation in the back of your thigh, like, oh fuck, shit, what? You look down and just in time to see a dagger on a wire just back out. And reel back in some.
My creation. No.
And she was just gonna put that back in her pocket because she
It's-
obviously didn't,
It's attached, you can't put it in your pocket.
she's just gonna leave it there because obviously she didn't get enough practice with it. So
Okay. That brings us back around to Billy. With Sorsha's, oh shit.
Oh, fuck.
And Shawnee's, oh shit.
Movement. Let's swap back
You
to the
just
rotary.
patched that hole too. Okay.
Let's swap back to the rotary cannon.
40 forward.
Yep. Am I within 100 feet of it?
You are 80 feet away from it.
Let's have let's reckless. It's within the normal range. Oh wait, can I wait? Yeah, I can reckless. Right?
Rotary cannon doesn't have an attack roll, but it is within its normal range.
That's what I was say. It's forcing it to have disadvantage instead of me advantage, right?
Yep. Which is
Oh,
not
what?
terrible at dex. As terrible at dex saves as I thought.
But let's make it a reckless. So
So 2 at disadvantage, or
DC 18,
just 2?
just 2. I'm not
Okay.
close enough for the.
I have to
bonus.
ask because I got to know you about your abilities. That's a fail on the first one.
The bonus. The bonus is I do have to go within 30 feet for that one.
That is actually a pass on the second. Fail on the first, pass on the second.
Oh right, 2d6 coming up.
I thought it was more than that.
It's the rotary cannon. It's just 2d6.
Remember, your damage is doubled if it's rapid.
Oh yeah, that's
Your
right.
damage die for rapid are doubled.
Oh yeah, and that's right. I can if I can roll one. I say I can take the higher. I can just. Yes, I am doing. that is a dirty ability, and I like it. So yeah, that upped the damage a lot.
Oh, yeah, I figured.
Do I add do I add modifier on the ranged ones, or the
You add the strength modifier, but not, and the +1 enhancement, but not rage.
Okay, so that is.
It's still you still add modifiers to damage like you normally would.
Yeah.
It's double the damage dice.
So many things I'm not used to. That is 28.
28 extra damage.
Just need something to roll a 1.
Huh.
Actually, I need something to roll a 3 or less.
I didn't
Okay.
think that applied to your rotary cannon. That was on your shotgun.
No, that is for a burst and that's just for a burst and oh yeah, sorry, yep, that's just
Yeah.
shotgun. I need to roll a 1 for the rotary cannon.
Yeah, that's what I was reminding you. All right,
I need to get.
Billy just
need to
walked
get-
forward, like swapping from his shotgun, pulling back out the rotor cannon. Shots start tearing into the side of this thing. It is bloodied
Creaky door.
Yes, people coming in.
as blood starts to like pop out of these little pockets. Actually, no, this isn't blood because it's laser cannons. Burn holes start to appear in the front of it, streaking across. It lets out like a nasty snarl as you guys do damage to it. Billy, I mean not Billy. That's the end of your turn, Billy. T-Lock, you're up.
How far away is it?
100 feet from you.
Fuck. Wait. Is it? Damn it.
What do you try to remember?
I'm just looking at the ranges on things.
Fair. China, you'll be the next player up, so.
That's fine.
Let's go to the level 2s. What's the range on that thing? Not enough! Son of a bitch! Guess we're lightning again!
You're a close character, aren't you?
I'm closer than I'd like to be, apparently! Everything's like 60, 90, 100. Very
Yeah.
few things are 120.
Yeah. Do you have lightning? Lightning's 120.
I know. No, lightning's 100, actually.
No. Sorry, shock.
Yeah. I think I have shock. Yeah, I do have shock. Fuck.
The
There
cancer.
you go. That's a cantrip.
What's the shock do?
It's just a D10 per level. The D10
It's
goes up
2d10.
to 2D10 at this level.
We'll piss it off a little bit more. We'll just use shock so I don't burn any of my fucking spell points anymore.
Are you
I
just
mean-
moving forward, throwing a shock out then?
I don't have to move forward. It's 120 feet.
I didn't know if you were moving. That's what I'm asking. If you're moving
No.
forward.
Oh,
Okay.
other people can be in front of me. Fuck that shit.
If you have Quicken, you can do it twice.
I don't that I know of.
Anyways.
Yeah, I gotta make a hit.
Roll to hit. I just realized. I just,
19
I know. That'll hit.
to hit.
As it's just starting to start barreling forward, you hold out a hand, lightning forms on your fingertips, and just a small globule of it just rockets across him into the front of it, splashing across, burning it some.
That'll be 11.
Alrighty, 11 damage. Yeah, are you staying there? Anything else?
It looks like it's actively going to barrel toward me.
Oh yeah, you guys have got his attention.
Is the
Yeah,
droid in
it's
front of
easy.
me or behind me?
Droid is in front of you. Droid, Chani, and Sorashar are in front of you.
I'm gonna move over to where I don't want to move forward, but I want to move to the left or right, whichever one they are, toward them.
You got to be more specific than the group as a whole, or
toward Chani specifically, or Sorsha and Chani specifically.
even if you move to the side, it'd still put you at roughly the same. I will say, just because they're going actively towards the door. They're almost
be-
at the door.
That'll be fine. I just want to get closer to them.
All right. We'll scoot you to the left just a little bit, put you on the same side Shawnee's on.
Okay.
That brings it to the dragon. As you guys watch as it just heavy foot stomp, thud, thud, on the like heavy steel thing here. It's crunching forward. Watch as it rears back. It starts making like a guttural noise. And I need Billy, Chani, and Sorsha to all make Constitution saving throws.
If it's for poison, I'm fine.
Question.
Yeah.
Did it move towards me?
It did.
Additional question. He is
Did
droid.
it get within 30 feet?
No.
Damn it.
Droid is immune to poison as well.
I think
no,
droid
they're
is only
actually-
resistant.
They're only resistant.
All right.
Oh, you're immune to the poison condition.
Yeah, the condition.
For...
76,
Hold on,
7
guys. Give me a second. Six.
Do I still need to make the save?
You said you're immune to poison damage?
Your armor?
Uh-huh.
You
I'm gonna assume
cannot-
they changed shit again because it says toxin, but that's fucking poison. So yeah, you're immune.
All right.
Fine.
It's like, come on, what else is there?
It's toxic spit, but it is still poison damage.
It is. I just realized I was like, what? It's not poison saying toxin. And I'm like, stupid brain. Toxin is poison.
It's just worse.
I think Billy passes.
It's just a contact variant instead of an ingestion.
What's your roll? Just tell me. I get you. I think he passes, but
It's a 28.
okay. So you and Sorsha both take. I need to roll damage and. I'm not rolling that in dice.
I get to quarter it.
You got a 20 something. Yeah, you're still taking damage because it's a save for half.
We can't
I
hear
know,
Max.
It's just, I get to actually
Max, you're out.
Can't hear her.
She muted herself again. Yeah, you pass the save, which means you take half damage.
I know. It's just. It's
No, I was
nice.
telling Max because she's
No,
saying I
she's
didn't hear her.
telling me.
You guys both take at half 31 poison damage.
And then
Can
he
I use evasion?
Huh?
Can I use evasion?
Nope,
It's not a
because
dex
it was-
save.
One you failed, two it was one you passed, but it's not a dex save.
Uncanny dodge.
You
It's
cannot
not an
uncanny
attack.
dodge because it's not an attack roll.
Con saves are the devil.
Yeah.
Con saves
they
are
are
one of the
the
devils of rogues.
How much did I lose?
31 damage.
And the
And yeah,
droid
Count has his resistance for 15.
yeah.
Billy. Count Billy. Billy.
counter options. Ew. I have fucked myself.
If you,
Good to know.
if you want the Ghost of Count, just will it into existence. I have his sheet
Okay.
still.
Johnny, you're up. As you just have mucus plastered across the front of his face as it gargled and grumbled and just rocking across. It burns for you, Sorsha, as it starts to seep into your veins. Johnny, you just gotta you have to oh shit, kind of scramble and unbrush it off of your visor so you can actually see.
Ew.
And it doesn't come off easy. It's like gunky, it sticks, it spreads, it doesn't come off well.
Little useless window shield wipers.
It's like dissolving slightly.
Okay, well, that kind of needs to stop. How far away is it?
Alright. It's 20 feet from you.
20 feet. Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I was saying. I read an ability I have that I didn't know I had.
Yep.
Can't do that.
Nima, you'll be up next.
Noted.
Yeah, that's fine. Take flight. And sit above it. However many feet I'm allowed to be above it. Because 3-dimensional movement.
It takes a bonus action to kick your jetpack on.
No, it's just I have flight. Mine is through the other thing, not a jetpack.
Okay.
What is the other thing that grants flight? Magnetism?
Engineer.
That doesn't explain anything.
It's part of the suit. It can just do. I just have a fly speed.
It just has anti-gravity. Got
It just has a fly speed.
Okay, well, that's the question of how high you want to stay in front of it.
Well, it was. If I go directly over it, how much can I get because three-dimensional
Well, it's
movement.
20 feet in front of you, so 20 directly over will put you just 10 feet above it.
You know what? That'll cause it to specifically target. So sure, why not?
Okay, go on to just float 10 feet above it.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna get out my
You know,
harp.
flight has to be 9th level engineer, right? Not 9th level total, 9th level in engineer.
There are many arguments I can make that say that it's fine.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know stuff like when you're grabbing things.
For the most part, yes, but thought I mentioned this one. Oh well.
Warlock invocations are supposed to be total level, not
Yeah, but
level of, or sorry, level of warlock, not total level.
let's look at the
Makes
other
even
things that
less
are flying
sense than
around.
Warlock Armor, but that can wait till later. You're 10 feet above it.
Okay. Boo boo boo. Harpoon gun.
Okay.
What?
10 feet. I'm just putting 10 feet and up, like
Eh.
up, so I know where you're at. I'm keeping track of everybody's distances and shit.
Harpoon gun. Fire barrel. Fire.
Okay.
Floop. 25.
Yep.
Six fire damage, 7 piercing damage.
6 fire, 7 piercing for 13.
Fire look fine.
You fire down. Harpoon like manages to wedge just between some of the rock slabs on its back. What looks like it, and it singes like firewood. It doesn't seem particularly resistant, but it doesn't seem to be particularly a lot either.
Just making sure it wasn't like, I don't care.
It doesn't just shrug it off, but it does minimal effects. Probably just because of the amount of fire involved.
Yeah, that's fine. And nobody's within range for the healing things, or well, for the inspiration. So
What's your range on that?
not much.
I thought it was 60 feet.
Is it?
Let me go back and check.
I-
Pretty sure it's 60 feet though, and if that's the case, a couple of you guys are within range of it.
They change things so often.
No, I think this has been 60 feet from the start.
And also normally everybody's near me.
You really don't use this inspiration thing a lot.
I don't.
No, he uses it to reduce damage usually.
No, I don't. I normally use it
That's why I
whenever
see
we're
pop-
crafting things. It is
Or
60.
an aptitude within 60 feet, so everybody but T-Lock and Nima are within range. So, Billy and Johnny.
Hello.
I mean, and the dragon if you want to help it out.
Help a brother out, man. Get that dragon some credit.
If you help that dragon, you're getting shotgunned. For treason.
It's treason then.
You don't know what inspiration is. Shut the fuck up, droid.
Yeah. I think I'm just.
I am a very inspired droid.
I think I'm just gonna bonus action cold toe my leg injury.
Okay.
Because that hurt my feelings.
Level 1.
Sorry.
Yeah. You're fine.
I love it. It's like, I got my holograms up. I'm a crafty son of a bitch to hit.
Ow. Why?
Fuck.
Okay. My damage has been lessened.
Okay. That brings us to Nima.
Hey. How far is it from me currently?
70 feet.
70 feet. I am not going to run that far. So I'm running 30 feet towards it,
Alright. Alright. I like this plan.
and then taking a shot at it with Booming Strike and Sonic Shot. Why not?
So, normal roll.
Normal roll. Yep. Actually, not normal roll. My range is 40. 70 feet. Actually, that's right.
You move 30 forward, so you're 40 feet away.
11. So 23.
11.
23 to hit.
You have a
I
plus
rolled
12.
11 on the die. I'm plus 12 to hit. Yeah.
Jesus. Okay, yeah, that hits. gonna start upping shit
What
to
did-
hit if this is what it is after.
21 damage with this shot.
Okay.
And I'm
Alright,
taking
21
2
good.
more shots at it.
Hey, engineers have extra attack now, for some reason. It doesn't matter, because you're using the cantrip.
They never had that. What the fuck?
I don't know, dog.
Ah, yes.
Well,
Oh,
no,
yes.
don't worry about that now. If you want to add that later, we'll talk about it after this session.
I don't
Well, I
know
think only
why.
his engineer gets extra attack. Mine doesn't.
But yours is the
We'll talk
weapon
about
one.
it after the session. Don't worry about it.
Yep. Okay, second shot.
I think I liked it
Just
better
roll
when I
both
wasn't
to
looking
hits.
at this
You're firing
page.
twice. Roll both. We'll see if they hit.
18 is a critical, the other one's 15, which hits, because it's 27.
Yep.
on
Yep.
die.
Roll
The
damage.
bard wizard warlock now has multi-attack as well.
Apparently.
But the arms tech doesn't.
No, the arm text uses potent aptitude die to make it hit. So,
The arms tech doesn't. They just get to add
No.
more damage. What the fuck?
Yep. Yep. But
Nine
you get
plus-
extra attack.
Why?
That is stupid shit. Well,
It's
keep that in
1
mind for next
damage
time you have extra attack.
Apparently.
It's how much? 20?
20
Both?
on both.
Gotcha.
Yeah, with both. It's total 20. And it makes a
Alright,
con save.
as... It passes.
No.
You're trying to ask this thing to fail a con save, man. You're probably figuring it out.
I'm
mean,
hoping it'll fast fail it.
It's about to fail a con save because I'm gonna force it to.
But you watch out and just you watch as 3 quick shots come out of this handgun that this surprisingly small handgun, but leaving surprisingly hefty dents in this thing's armor is starting to cause it to wound inwards. But that's it. We're Nima. Sorsha, you're up. It's 40 feet away from you.
It's 40 feet?
Yeah,
Did it move?
it moved forward. Yeah, it marched forward.
Oh wait,
On its turn,
wait,
it started slamming and crawling. Nope, 30 feet for you.
I know. Come towards the man shooting you, damn it.
But
Fight
really
me.
continue walking like you normally do.
In that case, Sorsha
Fuck.
will take out her lucky Arlo
Okay.
and take aim.
Which mode?
3 shot. Pew,
All
pew,
right.
pew.
Roll to hit.
She's gonna give him a little love kiss. Mwah.
Do you mean 4?
What?
4 shots.
Nope, 3 because of the something else you guys did.
I don't
I thought.
remember.
You guys did
Was it
something to
3 or
her
4?
Arlo hand cannon to get it down to 3. I thought.
Oh no, it's 4 shots. Never mind.
It's still 4 shots?
It's
Okay.
4 shots.
Well, either way. Legit.
I got a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Sweet. And
D6 def range, sneak attack. Boom, 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 boom.
Alright, 8d6. Eight d6 plus 4 for you. I need to give you a dice roll. Yeah. Two more.
– 23.
23 damage. As watch as Sorsha whips out Arlo. All of you guys that aren't here, so everybody but Chani, it's kind of odd. It's a new one. It looks like an odd Lovecraftian love child of a pepper box and a harpoon gun, and 4 harpoons just all out and sink into the front chest of this thing as it's running forward.
She's going to reload,
Bonus
And
action reload.
and she's going to step back
How far?
about 40 feet.
30 feet is all you can move.
30 feet.
But you can tell she wants to go an extra 10.
You want to get the fuck away from the big fuck off dragon, but there's a problem of your legs just can't carry you that fast as you start backpedaling after firing. Like, No, I don't want to do that again as you're wiping saliva off everything. Billy, you're up. It's 40 feet away from you.
Mixture of saliva and blood.
I have achieved
You're not
30 feet
bleeding.
range.
But you're not bleeding because it's poison, but it fucking hurts as it's seeping in.
I have achieved 30 feet range.
Are you marching forward?
I am marching forward.
How close are you getting to it so I know?
Point blank.
Alright, you're right up on it.
Crawl into its mouth.
Put you at 0. But counts
Rapid.
just point blank in front of it. Let's
I-
go.
Bonus action. Let's go. Let's go 3 saving throws. 2 of them are 14. 1 is 18. At disadvantage.
Alright, let's see. For the 14, it's a pass.
Are both of them at disadvantage?
For the first one, I'm going as I go. The 18, it fails.
On
Your
roll
bonus
1.
action, it passes.
Damn it.
No, I didn't roll a 1. I got close. I got a 3 on one of those rolls.
It has a plus 11?
Still, that's the one that failed.
Oh, I was hoping that was on one of the 14 ones.
No. Oh, the 14 one's a pass, so you get one of them off this round. It has a bonus in dex saves. I did not expect that.
I
It's a
rolled
limber
the
lizard.
same on both. I was not expecting this big fuck to have dex saves either.
I wasn't
Otherwise, I
either,
would've-
man.
Otherwise, I would have kept the shotgun out for attack rolls.
It's not a big bonus, but it's there.
So, let's see, that goes... I have them out. Paige, come back. Why are you...
I just want to
Why are you
picture this
reflecting?
big old dragon just doing a somersault to avoid getting shot.
Flips over a count, just readies a hand, comes
Still
down
not count.
like a meteor.
Still not counting.
Shit, it's Billy. Sorry, I played 20 sessions with count. Now I'm just starting with Billy.
I mean, same number for Joran.
I know, but after you guys remind me of Billy, because he's the start of the round, I'm like, can't do it, and you're right after.
30.
30 damage? Damn. Alrighty.
It's
Yep, I know.
22 plus 8. It's like at the rage now.
You guys watch as you start digging in. As most of it like hits and glances off stony armor, but a couple of the shots dig in. It's looking rough.
That is my movement and bonus action. And
Yep.
attack.
T-Lock, you're up.
Let it flee from me.
So I thought I had the thing, but I do not.
Okay.
So instead,
It's 60 feet from you right now.
yeah. I don't need health.
What are you doing?
I need you to make a disadvantage con save. You need to beat a 20. As I'm going to try to force choke it.
Force choke it.
Rude.
Alright, it's con save. Let's see how it goes.
Using their ability thing.
Yep.
Fuck you, man. Sorry.
You're good.
What? 20 on the dot. 11
good.
and 18.
You're good. It'll still take half of 5d8. And I
That's
still have
pretty rough.
concentration on it.
Roll damage.
2, 3.
It's looking pretty fucking rough, especially
Five.
all considering.
No, don't roll off the table.
Keeping track of these turns that everything else is going.
7, 8,
Dragon. Choke the dragon.
16.
Just rude.
It's a dragon. I'm sorry for the con saves.
Oh, you're good. It's good that he failed it, because if he didn't, or he passed it, because if he didn't fail, or if he didn't pass, he was gonna,
Yeah, he's paralyzed.
continuously keep getting moved 5 feet toward the edge and then dropped.
I thought that was
It has a
It's
limit
not
on how
five
far you can move.
It just says 5 feet in any direction on a bonus action each time. For each round it's restrained.
Oh, I thought that was crush.
No, that's choke.
I think they updated choke then.
They did.
But it's 27. Half
All right. 27 halved.
Yeah.
For what? 13.
Oh, it isn't a concentration. Never mind.
Because I think it only lasts one turn, but when you can move it normally.
Yeah, I can bonus action move it. You're right. Never mind. I'm reading.
Once and then it ends.
Yeah, I'm reading things wrong. It's okay.
It's all
you're-
good. I was
Yeah,
confused. That's why I was confused for a minute. But anyways, doesn't matter. You reach out, and the force starts to bend, and you guys start to see some of the plates and effects on its neck, like, and it starts to choke and like having a hard time to breathe, but it's still standing. Which brings it to its turn. Billy.
Run from me. Flee.
Just gonna
Yeah,
bite
Flee
you,
so
but
I
You
may
guys-
strike you in the back.
It's had its mind fucked with. It's had people attacking it. It doesn't know where it is. It's a big fuck off dragon. It don't run. Billy, here are 3 attacks at advantage.
19 AC.
I know, but at advantage.
I mean, it was passing everything
22.
with the... Yep, I mean, it was passing things with disadvantage, so the same can happen at the opposite end. It's very unlikely.
That's
but-
actually an 18.
Hey, there we go. Hey, things happen on the opposite end sometimes.
That one's not in your favor though, because that is a critical, and that is rough. That's the point. So it lashed
fine.
out with 1 claw, and you take. Which you'll have part of this. You take 16 kinetic as 1 claw slams into you, and 6 poison. Which you
That
have
poison
all
is-
of that.
That poison is quartered.
Half, because it's not a save.
Oh yeah, it's not safe. Yep. So
And you do need to make a Constitution save. Or no, you're immune to the poison condition. Correct?
what's the wait? What was the first one again?
16 kinetic and 6 poison.
So 8.
Those attacks are hell, dude.
Are you immune to the poison or just resistant?
He's immune to the poison condition and resistant to poison
Okay.
damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second one, as you're rearing from this, it didn't quite account for you stumbling with it and it swipes overhead, but as you're doing this, it comes down for a crushing bite and you stumble right into it, it just slams down on you, like taking in part of the top half of your torso.
It has poison on the claws?
It has
Yeah.
poison on the claws too.
sounds like it has poison everywhere.
Except its tail.
It's a crate dragon. So, that is rough.
These things are Star Destroyer eaters, by the way.
You take 36 kinetic and 10 poison.
So 46 total, down to 23.
And that's its turn. It can't really run away because it doesn't consider
It
it. It's
can.
not smart. No, it can't run away because it doesn't consider it. It's a juvenile. This is a juvenile crate.
It's not that it can't, it's that it has no reason to.
Doesn't move at all.
No, its target's right in front of him. It's slashing and
Ah.
thrashing him. But that brings it to Johnny's turn.
Alright. So. Lodged into
Plunging
this.
attack.
What?
Plunging attack.
No. God, no.
Dark Souls.
It
No.
does look fucked up.
I'm gonna do something. Where the hell did it go?
Up your bum.
No.
That's where everything goes.
Oh.
It's inside of your pocket, but unfortunately it's the pocket that's inside of your suit, so
I was-
you can't really reach it at the moment.
I was trying to make sure that my other thing hasn't been fucked to high hell or is different for some unholy reason. Okay. So, lodged into this thing's scaly back is the harpoon I shot.
Yeah.
I'm going to now overheat it.
Okay. That's how much damage?
2d8. It can make a save, but there's no point.
It makes a save to see if it's fucked because it can't drop it. No, it can't drop it, so there's no point in it. Yeah,
Exactly.
It can't make a save. Roll damage.
Boo, boo, boo. 12.
All right. So, just This is kind of embarrassing.
Tee.
How do you want to do this with superheating a harpoon bolt in its back?
I mean, it could. Maybe it freaks the fuck out, and then Billy can do something.
I mean,
Because I'm just floating here.
The bolt could heat up so hot that it just falls.
It
right
just-
through.
Yeah, I know, but that's why it's in its back. It doesn't. That's why I'm asking how he wanted to do it.
Well, I think it
You
should
want-
freak the fuck
He's giving
out.
something to Billy. He's giving something to Billy.
If he wants Billy to do it, I just have not stopped firing.
So it's losing it. So it starts to just overheat. It starts to go like a deep orange and just sink through as it's hissing, and you guys start to smell like burnt pork almost. And it starts to it does start to go apeshit because this is a superheated iron, like a superheated piece of metal sinking through it. It starts losing it, thrashing around. Head comes down, and at one point when its head comes down, Billy stomps on its lower jaw and just lets the rotary cannon keep firing in, trying to keep it down until it just stops moving eventually. And I'll call initiative there and a quick bathroom break.
Can I ask real quick before the bathroom break? On that dirty 20 nature check, would I know about? I'm gonna come out and say the word Great Dragon Pearl.
Don't they only get that once they're older?
I don't remember.
I'm
'Cause
pretty
you
sure that
kill-
sounds like
you
it.
kill
Keep that in mind. I'll check when we're on the break.
Yeah.
From what I remember like I know the ancient ones do, but I don't know what the
Kill.
I'm gonna run, Jet, use the bathroom. We're on break.
Go ahead.
Quick,
Run.
Pick up when you get back.
You kill an adult or juvenile one in the KOTOR games, because it is not an ancient one that you kill in there, and because it's barely the size of a juvenile, and you get a Great Dragon Pearl from it in the KOTOR games.
Yeah. But the KOTOR games also do other questionable things as well.
Yeah, I know, I get that, but that's one of the only places you get to see a Great Dragon Pearl.
And yeah, you're making a nature check, but is there any reason for you to know about this one specific dragon that generally exists only on one planet ever?
I already made one.
I know. But that was more me asking about that. Just
But
any reason.
if I know about it, because lore master and all that other kind of stuff, if I know about it, I may know about that. That's why I asked if I know about it. If I don't know about it, cool, it's a dead dragon, throw it off the side of the cliff, doesn't fucking matter.
You killed a Tuscan raider that had a book on it.
I've been to places. Stones were used to help crush food by them over time, became rounded. So...
How old is the character Rostra, out of curiosity?
Billy's about 100 years old.
Yeah,
Billy's been in hibernation a lot.
Yeah.
I'm only 19.
Or
You're what?
it's on 24.
Oh, I thought you said you're 4, and I'm like, wait, what?
I do.
Wait, what?
Dude, I can support. Wait, do this?
It
Early
doesn't
teens.
say
No.
how old they are when they get it. It just says that they get it from eating.
I'm gonna say in this case, with the adolescents and the conditions, they probably don't have.
Okay. Well, I
So
wasn't even
it's
asking if
from-
it had one. I was asking if I know about it having them, because of the dirty 20 nature check to know what they are.
You've heard about them. You probably haven't ever really seen one or know much. Just that they exist and they have some odd uses.
That is fair.
Sometimes you've heard a few things of lightsaber, but they're kind of more like the Tall Tales kind of situation.
Yeah.
Bring that back up. Why did they fucking add multi-attack to the armor's tech?
I don't know.
Because
it
it
do anything.
because the warlock bard wizard full caster with a D8 on a short rest recovery for spell points did not have enough already.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I mean, that can be said the same for a lot of classes in...
all the classes in this.
Yeah.
Like, the Battlemaster
this-
equivalent doesn't have 4 die it gets. It has 10 to 15,
Yeah.
for example. And like, Jesus, fuck.
Yeah, and it gets ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry, fighter, you just don't die. You just don't die.
Unless you're stupid. Or you
Or
get into
unless they-
situations where you try to
Collapse
deal
an
with a smite.
entire fucking cave on you.
Or you try to fight a melee character when you're not a melee character.
Even then.
In melee range.
I didn't try to fight him, I just tried to delay him. If I
Problem
tried to
is, it was
fight him, I
everything
would
was in
have
close
gone
range in
away.
that cavern.
Yes. If it would have been a tried to fight thing, it would have been, oh, I'm getting the fuck out of here now. Bye. Action and movement both used to fly 60 feet up. Fuck you. I'm gonna be up here and shoot you. Go away.
Alright. Well, you guys have killed 1 crate dragon.
Is that a level? 'Cause that's a CR9.
It is a CR9, but there's 5 level 9s.
I know. I was fucking with you.
And, well, I was just explaining.
It's fine. We have a critical hit ratio of 95%.
No shit.
I mean, with a crit range of 17 to 20.
Yeah, I know.
It's easy.
That is, I'll say that is 20%.
But that chance goes
So,
up with
19.
everyone having a similar chance to hit.
Yeah.
Oh.
But at disadvantage, that also, I'll say, for a lot of them.
Yeah, they ran the fuck away while everybody else was like, ah, shit, climbing or in a room.
And you can also subvert the disadvantage with your own shit.
I'm making
Yeah,
him make.
fuck
I'm
the
having Matt
rest
make
of
rolls again. Me for a lot of it.
Not with your
Yeah, they
shotgun.
only ever really passed the 17 ones, or the 14 ones mainly. Well, I'm back. Is anybody else gone still, or are we ready to go back into it?
Holy shit.
Eh.
I was just reading over Crate Dragon Pearls again, and easily the pearls were seen to are easily worth upwards of 100,000 credits apiece.
Yep.
Yeah, because you
That's
have to
why
go
they're
kill a
tall
crate
tales.
dragon. Aren't crate dragons only on like Tatooine naturally or something?
They're on desert planets.
I
They're
thought
on
they
more
were
than
only on one
planet.
specific one, except for forced.
No, they're on more
migration.
than one.
Yep. They are native to Tatooine, but they are pretty much everywhere.
That's what it was.
Anyways, getting back into it, if no one else has any objections,
I'm good.
we'll pick up
Do we have-
with a
Button.
dead
Do we
crate
have
dragon.
Thaddeus?
Pass button. Other button.
Yep.
Yeah, he mentioned something. You have a crate dragon in front of you that is dead, and its head has been a ruined mess from Billy's rotary cannon.
Are any of its teeth or horn intact?
Yeah, some. The teeth
I'm
are kind
gonna-
of fucked, but the horn's mostly okay.
I'm checking Mortimer's feed.
I'm gonna go walk past Chani.
Make an investigation for him with his
Investigation to follow the big giant
perception.
dragon.
Perception.
Okay.
Perception. I realized this after I said sorry.
Blah, 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 blah.
Would I have noticed that Chani was the one who actually got the final blow? or
Mortimer
was it-
has lost the big giant
was
crate
very-
dragon with a natural 1. My poor little idiot son.
Okay, hold on. In this technical case, it was still thrashing and alive when Billy stomped on its jaw and started
Okay.
emptying into it. So it mostly looks like Billy did to it because
Okay.
there was no visible effect that Shawnee did for you to see.
I'm gonna walk past Billy then and say, for later, as I take out a Shoto Saber and slice off one of the horns.
Alright, easy enough. And you check Packet's feed real quick, doing like a fast rewind, fast forward, just try to get like a quick view of it all. He really has somehow went down through, sees the landing zone they hit, and then is just, where the fuck did they go?
My poor idiot son.
There is visible, if you could see Mortimer right now, it is a flying robotic dragonfly with a visible confusion.
I don't know how
It
this
doesn't
happened.
have a high intelligence, but even it understands how.
God damn it.
What's his bonus, by the way?
+4.
What's his bonus in percent? The only way he could fail is if he rolled a 1.
Yeah.
It was a 5. It was a DC 5.
See, we fail when it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you guys are starting to hear sirens going off in the distance. It's not actually been terribly long since they busted out, so nobody's here yet.
Are there still some
What are you
more
guys
up
doing?
on this level?
Yeah.
I'm
But
calling
nobody's
back my
checking
idiot
them
son.
Johnny,
gonna
you
come
can
back and he'll
try-
take you
Try to
forward.
find the ones on this level still. I can still hear them.
It can't hear them anymore specifically just because of how much siren chaos screaming stuff. Like, buildings are crumbling where they stumbled
I can
through
hear
and,
them
like,
still
rammed
up
into them.
is what I meant.
As far as you know, yeah, you haven't seen any more holes.
I suppose we're meant to save as many as we can, correct?
General idea. I was supposed to be tracking with one of these things. And then Mortimer will come out of the hole. That didn't work very well.
You've never seen a robotic dragonfly look guilty, but it does.
Get in your dock.
It's not the walk of shame, it's the flight of shame, as it just kind of like droopily over it
Poor guy.
and locks in.
He tried his best.
As you guys are looking at this multi-ton animal in front of you.
Well, let's ignore what's down there and deal with what's up here with us at the current moment.
Do we hear Ty screaming
we?
into, get shit taken care of?
I want an hour, but I'm not gonna get an hour.
You're trying to see if you can hear the direction they're coming from.
Well, I just mean, like, if we hear the Ty, because Imperial.
Yeah, you guys hear it, but it's echoing because it's coming from multiple directions towards you and other areas.
They're gonna ask us some
Now,
questions.
you guys do feel the floor tremble.
You do understand if they ask, I am required to let them access my databanks, right?
Yeah, and they can see that you were dealing with a ghost.
And that you ordered to shoot someone who was not guilty of anything.
Oh no, they were
at that
definitely
time.
guilty of anything. Of a lot of things. With the way that they were
Guilty of
talking...
everything.
No,
He
no,
seems
no.
like a pretty nice guy to me. I don't know
Under,
why.
under legal circumstances, you had me shoot before he was actually guilty.
Their
of
identity
it.
was confirmed, and they were gonna try to do this.
Didn't you follow them up there when they activated all this nonsense, robot?
Yes, I
Then
was
you'd
curious.
see that too.
They were never
In
here.
other words, let's move.
It is more the principle that they had us shoot before the confirmation.
It was
Believe me,
confirmed.
I'll do a whole hell of a lot worse when I see the bastard in person. Let's move. And he'll begin running or walking toward where the screams are going.
Did you actually
You have a
give Billy the horn?
21 You have
Yes.
a 21 passive, correct, Source?
I have a 19. Or she has 21, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys looking for the dragon? How are you guys looking for the dragon?
Do you guys think that we can make it to another one before everybody else gets into place? Or I can't tell where they are.
Best to at least try to look like we're trying to find them.
Look for the screaming.
That's kind of everywhere.
That is everywhere right now.
Look for the loudest screaming. That'll be the closest. Probably.
Billy, jetpack, go.
Sorsha, do you
I
have anything?
ascend.
Or that?
Sorsha, when he asked if you have anything, there's giant wampin fucking footprints in the ground.
I just
There's
can't see it. I'm
giant
standing
I
at
was,
it.
I was gonna point it out to everybody else, but that was my first pause.
Go on.
There's giant footprints in the ground. Billy, you see this as you go up. It goes in multiple directions.
Do you think you can track them, young lady?
Me?
You notice them too.
I know.
Someone take point. We'll try to stop another one. Go now. Please.
No, I
Eeny,
was already going.
meeny, miny. This
Left
one.
or right?
Right.
Nope,
Right, you're
then.
going. I need to something real quick.
Can I hit?
Okay. Alrighty. What?
Can I give life to myself?
Technically, I think so. Let me look and make sure, but I'm pretty sure you can give life to yourself.
Sorsha needs some help.
Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. So many powers that do other things.
Oh. Any travel time that we're not doing anything, I'm gonna use my robot self-repair ability.
Place your hand on another creature. You can transfer your own life force to them. So, give life does not work on oneself.
And how much does a med pack do?
2d4 plus 2.
Out of the two, who
How
looks more
many?
hurt, Shawnee or Sorsha?
Sorsha.
By a lot.
Shawnee didn't get hit.
Okay, then.
Well, she has goop on her, but she's not affected. Full sealed suit.
Sorsha uses med pack.
I'm also gonna walk over while she's using the med pack and heal her at 4th level.
Okay.
So that's 5. Fuck. 1. 2.
Every 6 seconds, I will be repairing myself for a D12.
For D.
Where did that come from?
It's a droid self-repair ability.
It's a droid self-repair thing. I am actively
Ah.
using my hit. I am using my hit die.
Okay, it uses hit die. Never mind.
Touch
I was gonna say, shit, man, that's a lot. All right.
D8 plus force casting.
You guys have some time because you guys had some in combat time. This was happening.
Is
It'll
it
take a few minutes to catch up as you guys
for
are
4th
running and
level? Is it
following.
5d8 or 4d8? I can't remember.
At 4th level, it'll be 48.
48. Okay. So, not bad rolls. My healing dice
So-
like you, Sorsha.
There's no
Yay.
tracking roll needed here, survival roll needed, because like I said, big, honking, heavy footprints. This is a multi-ton animal stomping along, right? Following along to see what's happening, you guys are walking. You see the just train wreck that is its path of running. Vehicles upturned, ripped in half, building corners ripped open, a couple buildings ran through, people all over wounded, hurt, bleeding from either like fallen masonry, or you look at a couple of them that have just massive gashes or missing limbs. Like, this thing has went on a war path through the area right now.
Heal 20, Sorsha.
Wow.
If I don't have to fly anywhere, I'm not jetpacking, so I'll turn that back off.
It's not hard. Yeah, it's not hard to follow. You don't really need a jetpack. You see companies cordoning in, grabbing stuff, grabbing people. At one point, you do get stopped, but like, again, quickly, you have the badges up, and on front, you get waved on. Because, well, you're a bunch of heavily armored people stomping through an area of what looks like a war zone.
Pointed
almost.
dragon footprints. Run along.
Yeah,
We
you get
hit.
the idea pretty quick with the combination of the footprints and the badge. It's like, you do you. After a couple minutes, you guys will start to see it off in the distance, the train wreck and stuff. Like I said, it continues on. You start to see through a building into another section, and you guys can probably start to see it about 200 feet off. There's a number of standard guards nearby trying to open fire on it, but it doesn't seem like they're having a lot of success.
That damn stormtroopers.
Oh no, they're hitting. It's
Okay.
just, these things have a shit ton of armor on them.
This is fine.
Some of them do a little bit, but it's minimal effect of what they're having on
It's
it.
just the terrible thought of, over there, get him, outline. Come on, guys. Come on.
One guy has the bright idea to throw a grenade, and it stomps on it, and just
That should still hurt its
keeps
foot.
stomping on.
Oh no, it doesn't care.
One point at you guys as you guys are running at 200 feet, there. It's about to stomp on another fleet. Well, one of the vehicles there. They have to try and barricade stuff where they pulled up to try and open fire.
I would like to increase my speed, leaving others behind that do not have more than 30
At the
speed.
200 foot. Are you guys doing anything as we'll start to close distance?
I mean, the rotary cannon has 400 feet.
Yeah.
Let's draw its fire away from the people getting fucked.
But that's what I'm asking. Anybody doing anything before they start to finish running in? Because I'll call initiative at 100 feet.
I got nothing.
Nah, let's dash to just get there closer.
Okay, 100 feet. Initiative starts. We'll just keep it simple. We'll kick back into the other one so we don't have to try to re-roll again and all.
Oh man, I just rolled a natural 20 for initiative.
That's what you get for being excited.
Get back down there.
God damn
So
it!
everybody is going to be starting off at 100 feet off. Billy, you have extended movement and you're rushing ahead. I'll start. Say you start at let's say 80. Starting to get ahead because everybody here is pretty quick for the most part.
All right.
And it opens up with Billy's initiative as this thing just you hear like as it stomps when it slams one hand down and smashes through a vehicle. It's not gonna fly anymore.
Let's move 40 and start up that rotary cannon.
Ba-doop, ba-dap.
What, Eric?
I press button noises.
Move that 40 forward. Rotary cannon starts up. Am I making saves again?
Let's use that let's bonus action rage and get that there thing going.
All
I
right.
don't have the terminology down for yet. That is my last rage for the day.
It is to be said you're not within the 30 for your stuff, but you probably know that. And I'm assuming disadvantage rolls.
Yes. And
Fail.
so both of them.
That's one. 18, right?
My attack roll is 18.
It's not an attack roll, so.
Or I know the attack modifier. is
17, yep, 17 is his total. That fails too. Both of them fail.
Haha, Billy go. Brr. This rapid fire ability is so nice. That helps with damage a lot.
Yeah. One big slip card.
So the first one is 25.
25? Alright.
Wait, does it damage just it just doubles the dice damage, not all of it, right?
Just dice, not modifiers.
Yep, 25. Second one, go. So that is 21.
21, so 46 total.
Oh, shit. Snacks.
And that's all my stuff.
As Billy walks in, wearing up his rotary cannon, just doof, 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 getting started, it's just all slamming into this thing. Doesn't even dodge, it doesn't make any effort, doesn't get a chance, it just all starts sinking in and burning through armor. It's at a gut-wrenching roar.
A fan.
That brings it to T-Lock.
There is some wind.
Huh. That's weird. So if I used... Fucking, where'd it go? If I used Quicken Power, it would cost 1 point to use Saber Throw, or not Saber Throw, Shock twice, right?
You spend it,
Quickens, no. Quickens, I think, just a solid 2 every time.
Let me see.
they might have changed it.
I swear to God, if they downed that...
To cast a power that is the casting time of 1 action, you spend 2 points to cast it.
Yeah.
So it's 2 points.
So it'd just
to
be
cast
2
it
points.
twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be 2 points to cast it as a bonus action.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do that.
All
Get
right.
them attack rolls, boy. Fuck it up good.
28. Boop.
That'll hit.
No, I didn't. No, I'm at 28 expended points.
Oh, okay.
But it will be 24 and a 26.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, both will hit.
So 2d10 there and 2d10 there. I like that. I like that a lot. 20, 29, 36, 36 from a cantrip.
Cantrips are neat.
Yeah.
36 total between both, or just one?
Yeah, for both.
Okay, I was concerned on how that got happening.
Yeah. 36 for both because I rolled both attack rolls at the same time, just to make this quicker. Because I'm getting to a point
Yep,
where
that
my
works.
wife can call me at any point.
Yep. We probably won't go much longer on that note, but we'll do this. Anyways, as you guys fire it open, you guys open up with a solid round of fire, just laying into it. Bolts burning through it, singeing and lightning blasting off chunks of flesh and armor. As it stumbles, roaring, falling into it. Are you moving any?
Me? No.
Yeah. All right.
I'm at no. I will move 30 feet closer.
30 feet closer. Understood. You're 70 away now. As it comes to its turn, it's going to try to start just ramming its feet and stomping forward, coming quick as you guys start opening up damage. Yes, it will come within 30 feet because it's coming all the way up to you, Billy.
Disadvantage save.
Doesn't apply on attacks of opportunities. Reckless
It's
attack
the
only
rotary
works on
thing.
your turn. Reckless attack only works on your turn.
Oh, okay. I thought it applied to like reactions and stuff too.
No, only on your turn it specifies.
Normal.
That's still a fail. 15 total.
Go, my d6. That is 19.
19
Wait,
damage.
no, 21. 'Cause he's within the range.
Alright. As it's running in, you just keep opening fires. It starts pounding into his chest. It starts to hack and heave and hurt, and like stumble a bit. And as it's stumbling, hacking, and heaving, I need you and T-Lock to make a Constitution save. As it just hurls saliva out of it, thick goop splashing across all of you.
This is gonna hurt.
But
To note, I used half of my hit die, but I am back up to 120 health.
Okay.
I hope that passes. 19.
23.
yeah, both pass.
Yay!
So neither of you are poisoned. You both take half damage. You both take
I know how
30
much
points of
Yeah, ow.
poison
fuck.
damage, and you get to take 15 for 31 for you, and then 15 for Billy.
Down.
Ha!
You so you already did the half.
That's the quartered,
course
because
there. Yep.
it normally would do 63 damage.
Yeah, no, we don't play with dragon spit. I know what this stuff does. It hurts a lot.
I mean, are you sure you don't play with dragons? Because there might be a dragon hunt later in the month on the channel.
Anyways, that's its turn. Shawnee, you're up. As it's suddenly a lot closer.
All right.
It's about 60 feet away.
Is anyone near?
Yeah, Billy's right in front of it, like
Cool.
point blank.
So Johnny's going to walk over to Sorsha, who I'm assuming is like right there.
No, they're right next to each other. Basically, I don't think you even spread out yet.
She's going to kind of jerk her head up and then reach out a finger and touch a button on the little scatter that Sorsha uses to control her lightsaber. That is your inspiration. Add a d6 to your next attempt to attack.
Critical fail
Also,
again.
you should move away from me.
No. It's fine.
Okay.
That's my bonus action.
All right.
Whenever I... My phone's freaking out on me. Every time I go to touch something on my page, it'll jump the screen over to somewhere else, and it freaks me out. Stop that. Okay, well, I guess I live this life now. So, harpoon gun. Fire 1. Lightning. I got like a 28. I think that'll hit, right?
Yeah, it will.
No, it's not a crit.
Damn.
Okay. I have a thing to make it shoot
Yeah.
better.
Johnny has like plus 10 or 11.
Okay, so for my piercing damage, plus sneak attack, because he's right there, you said.
Yep.
Plus 10 would
Billy is within range, and
Oh, wait.
we'll say harrying it, yeah.
Brrr.
Although he is currently slimed as hell.
Brrr.
20 piercing
It might
damage,
take a few moments of cleaning. 20 piercing?
3 lightning.
Alright, as it's like, you basically, as it lined up the goo, it all falls short of you, like, take your shot, because you see the opportunity as its mouth open and a bolt sinks into its throat somewhere.
Second
It
shot,
starts
because I can do
hacking
this now,
coffee.
apparently.
Eric's second shot that they're, to use the cantrip thing, though.
I used that as a bonus action. I just have extra attack.
He
No, no,
didn't
you
use a
used the
cantrip
bonus.
on his thing. He has fire on his thing he built into it.
Oh, what about
And
electric?
lightning.
You said electric.
Yeah, I have fire, electric,
Fire
ion, and cryo.
Yeah.
He has. he made
oh,
an
you-
elemental setup, one on each barrel. It depends on which
Okay, you
barrel he
can-
fires.
Okay, you just pick which one. Okay.
Floop, second
Not a
shot.
lot extra, but it's pretty cool.
Well, it
D4.
6. He's powerful. 21.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I forgot to say what I was using. Let's go with cryo, because that sounds cool. 8 piercing damage, 5 cryo.
As Chani again levels as it's like gagging and hacking and like blood's coming up on Billy. Billy, you're gonna need a deep clean after this, by the way.
Gross.
We got
And it
something
like
for
starts
that.
to recoil light, and you watch as a harpoon just sinks into an eye, freezing it as it goes, and it hits the ground.
I am the best at fighting dragons.
Same as before. Walk over, cut a horn off, if there is one, hand this one to Chani. For later.
I don't know what that means, but okay. She's getting her gun reloaded. Next. Actually, there are Imperials here. Can we get a lift?
Are you gonna walk over and try to get one of them? A lot of the cars here are smashed.
Well, I don't know if
Oh,
they
the
have
cars
like a
here are smashed.
troop transport that...
Those things normally fly in, drop things off, and fly away.
I don't know what they're doing, I'm
it's
just
not
checking.
really a troop transport. This is like, might get a speed part. Walking up, there's a couple of them trying to like coordinate things, quarter people off, sending people on and off. You get the feeling they're the commander of the area right now.
We're heading after the dragons. Do you have a means of transportation for our crew so we can maybe catch another one?
Walking up, it is a... What is it? It's kind of like a taller, not burly, but decent built human. Short hair, close cropped, like not a beard, but like that like ring,
They have their helmet off.
mustache, goatee thing. Yeah, they have their helmet off. They're shouting into a thing. Their helmet, you can see it. It's kind of smashed and broken. Like something might have hit it and it tilted and stuff came off. And he's like, roll a persuasion check as you're doing this because he's in a combat situation.
Persuasion. My modifier is pretty good. That's a 23.
Just gonna look up, look down, see the Sentinel badge. She's been around the block a time or two. Sees, and he's like, he turns and says, "Hey, get out there and hand it to them and get them going." And you watch as what looks like a fresh recruit just jumps suddenly. He's like, and jumps out to let you guys in. You guys can pile into it.
If no one
Taking it back
objects,
down off toward the other direction.
are we driving this?
Chani currently just took it.
I can drive, but
No, no,
someone
but-
should tell me where I'm going.
if no one objects, I could drive this here steel horse.
No offense
Steel
to the
horse?
missus, but I think you shoot better. Let her drive.
Why don't you just attach yourself to the roof?
Thunk. Thunk.
There we go. And now we have a Gatling turret. Now can somebody please tell me where I'm going?
He's just gonna trap and he's like, I don't know, and he's gonna shout out a sector for you to head towards where he's got one currently.
Zoom!
You guys are taking off.
Are we about to use the Tarrasque method of killing things?
Maybe.
I don't know what that means.
Fly above it and just shoot it from above. It can't get high enough.
Ah.
Flying
Just-
carpets and just a
You
bunch
hope.
of wizards.
Would you like me to make a piloting check to see exactly how action-packed this thing is?
Yeah. That's
Cool.
scary
I don't
out of
know.
the ass, Woodman.
I don't know. I think Chani needs to make a navigation for where she's going with her history.
Someone's telling me where to go. He just told me where to go. I can make it there.
You have been told where to go before and
I
been
have
wrong.
GPS, right? Matt, please.
You've been wrong with GPS before.
You click
Yeah.
your seatbelt.
What?
You click your seatbelt.
Smart.
As everyone piles in.
Chani's been wrong with GPS before, though.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm turning on the battle music. Please tell me what I must roll.
Piloting.
Thank you.
Thank God.
20 total.
Alright, you hit the floor, hit the button, go, and Nia, don't. There's like strips on the road that are meant to be driven on. Those are suggestions. Like, there's areas, lanes, like, things divvied out where you're supposed to follow. But like I said, those are suggestions for you. You're trying to get there, get in quick, get there now. Take it off, high speed, getting there. Driving, you're gonna start pulling up where you see a couple of what looks like the sentinels there now, as you see very obvious force abilities effect, like a blade flying through the air at it, as it looks like two individuals are fighting right now. One looks like Marav, and the other is a like lightly armored, not terribly tall. It's kind of hard to make out details from here. Not terribly tall, kind of like thinner build, has like a short sword that just flew at it, shield in the other hand. As you guys are getting closer to that, we are going to call session for the night, as people have stuff tomorrow and might cut off anytime.
Oh, okay.
As you guys are heading into this one to figure out what's going on here, is they're handling this dragon, it looks like.
Alright.
But I'm going to go ahead and call session here, as combat can take a long while if something goes poorly, and it's already getting late.
Well, if it's anything like that last one, it certainly wouldn't.
That last was because a lot of people have been firing on it already.
Well, this one you have people smiting it.
Yeah, it might not take long either, but people might have to leave at any time, and some people have work to do.
There.
Hey, Marav's already hurt and recovering from the hospital. Chani could roll a 1 and then just critical him in the back.
With the car.
Runs him over.
Exactly.
Did I get it? Did I get it, guys?
Turn back,
Literally-
and it's still standing. You got something?
Airbag is smashed into Chani's face and visor. She can't see shit. I think I got him.
Okay. Anything here at closing?
It might be a bit before we get back on, because next weekend I will be unavailable on Saturday,
Alright.
and the weekend after that I believe is the Halloween setup. No.
Yep.
Okay, so it's gonna be a minute before we return. Gotcha.
Trust me, we can jump right back into more dragons when we come back, but it'll be a minute. You're right.
Speaking of
Take
of
that
dragons,
time to learn your fucking characters and hope and pray to God they don't change shit again.
They just keep
which they
changing.
likely will.
They do.
I know.
Speaking of dragons, Dragon Hunt likely on the 30th. 3 players confirmed at the moment. Might have a 4th, might not.
Ow, fuck.
I'm out because if I want to do the 31st, I cannot
No.
do the 30th.
Nope, I know, no confirmation for you. It's just at the moment we have Thaddeus, Medina, Eric, and maybe James. That
If
is what I
something
have.
changes, I will let you know.
If it's on the trip home, Max could technically participate.
True.
Cocaine barbarian.
Alrighty. Then we're gonna go ahead and call it there.
Yeah, we'll call it for the night.
Until next time. Be safe.
Bye. Ow, I just stabbed myself.
Check
That's
out the
a bad
YouTube channel.
Right.